Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Hairyman Late Night Sangria. I hope everybody's doing good. It was such a last minute thing because that's what I do with my late night shows. It just comes up on me when I feel like doing one. So yummy. Um, I know we've got, let me go to the top here. Cindy Finn was the first one in here. Mogian, hey Russell, what's up? Sandra Piper. Sandra, I thought you were going to come in on the show. Dear, I left you a link if you feel like it. Anyway, Mark Dodman. That might be. Oh, Mr. Lee. There's Mr. Lee. And we got to talk about Mr. Lee for sure in a little bit. But welcome, you guys. There probably won't be a whole lot of people on tonight because it was such a last minute. I did not even share it to Facebook or anything because it was like, am I going to do this? Am I not? Do I feel like it? Yeah, I do. So that was in like 15 minutes ago. So I real quick, made it work. But I do have a guest. The lovely, lovely Batmom, Miss Tessa. Welcome.
Hi. I'm trying to fix this stupid camera. It doesn't want to perform. Okay. Nope, that don't work, is it?
Somebody better wake up Jay because Jay will be upset if he doesn't watch Tessa.
Yeah. I feel the
Hey,
same way
Uncle
about
Bones. What's up? So, what was I going to say? So, you might hear some noise tonight because I have my windows open. I have the fan going full blown in through the whole house because I did something really, really bad tonight. And I'm going to share it only because I don't want it to happen to you. So, I made dinner tonight and, I put the steaks on the range, and that's where they stayed, and we all made our plates and did our thing. And then I went in there to put the food away, and I guess somehow when I was moving the grill, I turned the gas on one of the knobs and went and sat down after I finished putting the food away. And that was for about an hour, not more than an hour, not less than half, somewhere in between there. And I got up to let the dog out, and I went outside and took the dog, and I came back in, and I could smell the gas. And then we freaked out. Well, I freaked out. My husband was like, whatever. And I went straight to the range, and there it was on. Oh my God. It's so scary. I could have killed my family tonight.
Yeah, what if you lit a match or something?
Yeah, I could have exploded the house.
Or you guys could have
That's
all
the
fallen asleep.
first time that's ever happened to me like this. I've always been in the kitchen and it turned on and I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. But this is the first time I'd ever did it and not known and sat down. If I hadn't taken the dog out and come back in, I would have not known because I didn't smell it while I was sitting there. No wonder they call it the silent killer, because you don't know.
No.
And so I opened all the windows and I had a real good breeze going. So it took about half an hour, but I had all the fans going, all the windows open, the range fan, the bathroom fans. And now my room is, I opened my windows up.
No, my
It's
daughter.
so scary.
It is really scary. I came home from work, and I would get home at like 3 in the morning, and I opened the door and I could smell it, and it was so strong because my daughter was cooking earlier, like hours earlier that day.
Yeah.
They were all asleep. They would have not known. So
Yeah.
it went on for hours, and I flipped out and woke everybody up. I thought they were all dead. It's really scary.
Yeah, it was. And I feel like I have to stay awake now, to make sure that I'm not smelling it because after you smell it a little while, you don't smell
Yeah,
it anymore. And so I keep going outside for a little while, and then I come back in to retest myself, and I'm like, no, it doesn't smell like it did before. It does, it seems like I caught it, but it's still something that just now it's just gonna sit there, in the back of my head all night.
that's
And
yeah. You guys would have fallen
dang,
asleep, and then
yes.
that's so dangerous. Yeah,
Ugh, I don't want to think about it because my husband and I were having this great conversation tonight because some things are happening in our lives, some good stuff, and that could have just you just never know. Tell your loved ones you love them. Don't put it off talking to people you need to talk to because you're not guaranteed the next day. And that really hit home a little while ago. I was like, dang, we're talking about the future and almost didn't have it. So quite scary. But we're okay now. Everything seems aired out, and uh, I'll stay up for a little while
it makes
and
you
check,
think
and I'll
about
check
it.
again, and I'll
Yeah,
check again before I go to bed. So my windows are open. I've got a blanket on my lap because it did cool down. It was 109 here today, but now at night it does cool down. So now I got a blanket on my lap. So the fan is going full blast.
I thought you just had a blanket on your lap because you didn't have your pants on.
Oh, no, that would be Russell does that. We're like really up into our faces, aren't we? There,
Yeah.
that's better.
Oh, thank you.
I hate it
I was
when
like,
that happens.
yeah.
So anyway, but Tessa and I were talking. We were texting and chit chatting tonight, and that's when I said, "Hey, you want to have a late night? Let's do this."
I thought
So quite
Sandra
late
was
night.
coming on. She
Um,
she said yes, she'd be there, and then but no, she's not. She lied.
you lied. What did
I'm
you think?
heartbroken.
Oh yeah. Oops. Okay, Sandra, I'm not gonna. What? Wait, I gotta read it over here. Okay, Sandra, I'm still not into that lane yet, but I'm fine for anyone who is because we all can believe. I don't know what that's
I'm
about.
missing something.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, Donald Fuller had a oil furnace blow up when he was a kid.
God, is all that feedback from me?
It might be my fan. I'm.
Who is it? You or me?
Is it me? It could be
I don't.
me.
Here,
Is
I'll
it
I'll,
there?
I'll mute myself first.
Okay. Do you still have it? Yeah, it's me. Okay. Let me.
Okay, I just wanted to know. I thought, dang, my microphone picks that up really good.
It's 'cause I have a fan right behind the thing because
Oh,
it's so
that.
stinking hot in here.
Yeah, that's
It
what
was
it
really
was.
hot today. Okay, I'm back. Oh,
Yeah, where are you again?
Nevada.
Nevada. That's right.
Yeah, not for much longer though, so I'm excited.
Oh, now where are you going?
Oh shoot. There goes
Now she's got to
everything.
rearrange.
Yeah. Crap. No, I spilled my soda.
Oh, done that
Yeah.
before.
Do I
I know
still have it?
I put my sangria way over there so I don't knock it over.
Is it? I have everything off now. Is it still
Oh,
there?
no, it's quiet. Now it's quiet
Okay.
completely.
No. Yeah, to Kansas because I want to be Dorothy.
Kansas.
Yeah. We were gonna. We were thinking
Hmm.
about moving there a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
and just things got in the way as they usually
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
No,
Fresh
Nevada's I
start.
think killing me. It's a I hate Nevada.
Oh,
I think
I
like the
would.
allergies are really bad, and because the
Oh,
elevation, you get like for the first 6 months you get really sick. But me coming back, it's been like the same. I have never gotten better.
oh.
So
Huh. What elevation are you at?
6,000.
Okay. Yeah, I lived in Flagstaff and that was 7. And now when I go back to Flagstaff, I'm like, I can't breathe.
Yeah,
I'm like, I played ball out here, every year, every summer. And now it's different. It does get to you, the elevation for sure.
and then like since I had COVID over a year ago, the
Oh yeah.
I haven't been able to breathe right. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
It's changed a lot of us, say what you want about it. Didn't exist, whatever, but I'm not the same. I'm not the same. There's a lot of things about me that are not the same. My motivation stuff, my stuff that I used to do every week, all the time, go do this, I don't do it. I have no motivation to go do a lot of stuff anymore.
yeah, I'm
And it's
exhausted.
weird.
Yeah. Um, I still can't taste or smell. Everything smells
Oh,
like ammonia.
oh.
So
My
I
dad still has that and it's been a year. The
yeah.
metal taste, the he can't eat. He did just nothing tastes right to him at all.
Yep. Everything is different.
Fortunately, I didn't do that. Only lost it for the time I was sick, and then I got it back. Um,
You know that's the same as snake poison being or not poison but venom. That's what
what?
it when you suck out venom from getting like a snake bite, your mouth
Oh,
goes numb. Your taste buds go out. I don't know about the smell, but I watched this crazy um documentary. I think it was like In the Water,
uh huh.
and and I don't know. It was just really interesting. It was about how there's the whole Rona's thing, the virus. There's no trace of bats or anything from it. It's two different snakes. The venom, which is a king
Oh,
cobra and another snake. But the what the CDC was telling you not to take, um, the hydro. I can't pronounce that word.
yeah. I can't
That
either.
that is actually a. It would help you get better if you had poisoning from a venomous snake. I don't know. It was really
Mm-hmm.
interesting though, and it kind of made you think. But the Ronas had the same trace of those two snakes as um it, I don't even know why I brought that up, but it you got to
Uh
watch it. It was interesting.
huh. Yeah. No, it does sound interesting. I mean, I can't. The stuff they gave me, the 5-day corona treatment they gave me, aside from all the vitamins and treat breathing treatments and blood clot stuff, and they gave me a 5-day treatment, and that treatment was really made for malaria.
They never gave me nothing. I went my like kidneys. I woke up with
Mm-hmm.
my kidneys feeling like rocks,
Oh.
and that scared me. I couldn't breathe, and I went. The ambulance came and grabbed me because I could only make it halfway to the hospital,
Mm,
and so they came and got me, and they were like, well, because I had taken a test the day before.
mm-hmm.
I went down really quick, and they said that since I already took one, then they don't need to, and they gave me some fluids, and that was it. Sent me home.
I got so what got me into the hospital, what they were just going to send me home with oxygen and send me on my way, but my last scan came back with my right lung spotted with blood clots. And he says, "Guess what?" I go, "I get to go home?" And he goes, "No, you get to go upstairs. You got a room already ready for you." And I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but your right lung is full of blood clots. So you got a straight ticket to the show," is what he said. And I'm like, "Oh my God." I go, "I knew when I felt my lung seize that it was something, and it was that right lung." And but I got a really good doctor who believed in vitamin care, and he gave me everything, and I responded. I was one of the lucky ones who responded to everything they did to me. Within 3 days I already started to feel better, and by the 6th day they were getting ready to discharge me. And that was from not even being able to get up and go to the bathroom because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I just couldn't I couldn't at all, you know?
No,
So,
I was down for 3 weeks of wanting to die. It was, I had to watch my kids through the security cameras because I made
ugh,
them stay out just to
yeah,
watch them. It was, I didn't think it would ever end because it was just all day, every day, and
yeah,
I couldn't leave my bed. So yeah,
yeah.
that was terrible.
I feel for everybody who didn't make it, man, who didn't get the care they needed.
Well, and then the
Um,
ones that just went so fast,
right.
like overnight. That's, but I can understand it because I was at work and it was an automatic, like all of a sudden just where I could feel I had a fever. You know how you can feel when you have
Mhm.
like a real fever,
Yeah.
and that's the night I took it, and it was positive, but it was just so quick for me that it, but it took, it's still, I can't get over it, or I
Yeah.
have, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Donald, I had those horrible shots in my stomach, and that was the worst part of the whole thing because it got to the point where I would cry when I'd see him come in with my shot for the because I would have to have it 3 times, 2 or 3 times a day in the stomach, and oh my god, I just happened to have a reaction to the. I think they gave me warfarin. I don't think it was heparin. I don't know, whatever it was, the blood clot stuff,
Oh,
and
okay.
it bruised me. It bruised me, and it was like just sheer like lightning going through my body. It was just I could feel it going through, and yeah, I was bruised all over. At one point, I was crying, and he said, "You want me to give it in the back of your arm? I can give you this one in the back of your arm." And I said, "Yes." So he got me in the fatty part. I have real big arms. So he got me in the fatty part back here. The
Yeah,
next day, I had a hemorrhage that big on the back of my arm. And he goes, "Oh, we can't do that again." And I'm like, "But don't do my stomach." He goes, "I have to do your stomach." And I go, "But please do it fast." He goes, "I'll do it as fast as I can, you know?"
it
But
burns.
oh,
Did
it
it
burned me. He said everybody is different. He says he's had people where they don't feel it, but he said that I had a severe reaction to it. So lucky me, but I needed it and I knew I needed it. So I wasn't going to not get
Yeah,
it. You know, I didn't want one of those blood clots to go into my legs or up to my brain. So had to do what I had to do, but still horrible. That stuff is just horrible. And then I had to come home and take that blood take the blood thinners
that's what my
for
sister's doing
three
right now.
months. 3 months.
Jeez.
I was losing my hair. I was it made me feel really sick, but I knew it was getting me better. Hey, sister,
Hi.
what's
Hi.
up?
Hi,
What are you
Batmom.
doing?
Nothing. I was just eating.
What are you eating?
I made chili beans.
Chili beans.
I
That
made
sounds
Matt's
good.
special chili beans.
Mmm.
My son made me a hamburger, but it's over there. I forgot.
Oh man,
Oh.
eat it.
Maybe he'll come back. I forgot that.
Hey, we
my,
can eat on here. I don't care if you eat on here.
my sister, she's been sick for I think it was like 2 weeks, where she could not breathe, and she kept going in the hospital, and they're like, "No, you're fine." And then it was like her fourth time in the hospital, and they finally found it, and she had multiple blood clots in her lungs. But how do you miss that? Well, that kind of
I
happened to me
I
too, but it was
guess
a
we
cyst on
should.
my spinal cord, and they missed it. They missed everything, and I had like 3 MRIs.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
but how do they miss that stuff? I don't.
I don't. I don't
I
know.
do. I know how they miss it. A lot of people. Am I muted?
No, you're good. Go.
Oh,
We're listening.
A
We're
lot of
listening.
people like put all their trust in the doctors, and don't ask questions and just like think that the doctors are going to go ahead and do everything, but they're still just regular humans, and you got to ask questions. You got to push for everything because they miss a lot. And it's not their fault. I mean, they're overworked. They're overworked.
Well,
There's so much
Yeah.
I think it is their fault, though.
It's just almost heartbreaking. I know so many doctors and nurses right now that they're not happy because they're not getting to like fulfill their purposeful path because they didn't sign up for what they're having to do right now, and it's hard on them. So yeah, I feel for the healthcare workers right now so much.
Well,
Yeah.
my sister's a nurse, but there's got to be a time where you know that you're sleep deprived, that you could miss something, and that these people's lives are in your hands.
Yeah.
You got to step back and maybe say, you know what, I can't. I can't. I'm a detriment to somebody else's health. They have to be able to stand up and because otherwise, what's going to happen if that person dies because of their negligence?
A lot of people have died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost lost my legs because they could not find the abscess on my spinal cord. Like it had gone up within hours. Like I could not walk anymore. And I had MRIs. I've never even heard of anybody getting 3 MRIs in like 2 days. And
Wow.
my family had said, no, we're not taking her home this time. Like, figure it out.
Yeah.
And then I woke up to them taking everything down and saying, we found it. We're going in. And they had gotten infectious disease doctor. And I can't they can never get a line in me.
Me too.
Because of previous drug use. So they couldn't get a line in, and they poked me everywhere. And then finally they went in through the outer jugular, but it popped. So they went through the inner jugular while I was awake. And you're in so much pain and you don't know what's going on because I had no idea. They didn't tell me. So it's just really, really scary. And if they didn't find that, I mean, things could have been totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But
good on your family. Good on your family. Good on your family for saying like, no, we're finding it. We're
right.
you know.
But I just don't understand how you take those X-rays or like with, like Nikki did. How many chest X-rays did they take?
One. They caught mine on the first one, and because I had what did I have? They did 2 different things to me, so I don't know. I was really out of it, but
They did an X-ray or a
they did
sonogram.
they did the X-ray, and then something else. Which is the one where you go in and you have to be real still?
That's it. CAT scan
I guess.
or MRI.
Were you
It's
in a
an
tube?
MRI.
The
Yeah,
tube.
kind of.
What
Yeah.
is that called?
That's the MRI.
Well, this one went
or a
all
CAT
the way.
scan. Well, MRI.
This
CAT
one
scan.
came up to me and went around me.
Oh, okay. That's a CAT scan, I think.
Oh, well, that
MRI
one.
is when you go fully in the tube and then it's so loud and they have to put headphones on. I think.
Yeah, it's
Because
best
there
to
was
put
one I
headphones
was
on.
standing. There was one I was standing up for, and then the one I was laying down for. So I'm assuming X-ray and then MRI.
And
I don't know.
the
CAT scan.
other one.
Yeah, the other one. I don't know. I'm just like, find it. Find what's wrong with me. Something's wrong.
It could have been an X-ray. They have X-rays that they bring into the rooms now that go around you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? Oh, a moth just came in.
Oh, snaps!
Great.
What did I do?
Anyway. Okay, let's change the subject.
Yeah,
Let's
I like
talk
that
about
subject.
something even more depressing.
I know we're all
Okay.
traumatizing the people. they leave the show and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need to lay down."
Timmy just said this, that Dark Waters is just talking shit. He's been doing that since he started, but I agree too far with our Nikki. So I understand. The little birdie told me that he was on Bigfoot Odyssey tonight. So it is, I don't know. It's very disheartening that people can get away with stuff, and it's very hard to open the eyes of followers. To there's nothing I could say or do that would probably change the mind of followers. So, I mean, it's rough. This stuff is so ugly, but
Well, I think everything is so much deeper than what people think.
yeah.
And it's such a bigger picture that I think it's
Mhm.
hard for somebody who is a follower to really understand the whole gravity of situations.
Right. They'll never know, and it's not something I can tell them. It's not something you can tell them. It's not some of this stuff is very it is private stuff, that goes on and it carries on to our podcasts and stuff, and it should never have gone that far. So it's ugly. It turns very ugly. I mean, I made a decision to step back and just walk away from it. That was my did I get it? Um, my choice to do that for the others in my group, and I'm still good with that choice that I made, and blocked everybody involved with him, everybody he supports. Sadly, a lot of people who support him I've blocked, and I'm better for it because now I don't think about him, don't see anything that he comes up on generally, unless somebody tells me. But and I'm okay with that for now because he's that small to me. He means that much to me. Ooh. So it's all good, but I appreciate all you guys who have my back. I feel it. I feel the love, and I do appreciate that. And I know a lot of people out there, Mr. Lee, even made comments in regards to stuff. So appreciate it.
Ugh,
Got what are you doing?
all
You
kinds of
cannot
shit.
you cannot stay still for 5
I
minutes.
can't. I still can't. I never could.
I
Never
know.
could.
Okay, so now we move on again. Let's move on again. Um,
Why watch? Why do we watch something even though we know that
it's
somebody is BSing, or why do we still watch it and be in the chat?
I
Kind of like
know. Is
wait
that
for
It's like
them
a
crazy?
to
train wreck.
draw.
It's
Yeah,
like you can't
We
help it.
like
You got
we like to see the shit shows and then talk about it later, you
but
know?
then is that like is that going over the line of supporting him and giving him those or her those views? That's where I'm like I struggle.
I'm kind of that way. Um, sorry, my daughter just gave me a boomerang. I don't know why. Did you make it? What am I supposed to do with it?
throw it.
It's a
That's what
gift.
I was thinking.
Throw it. Does it work? Did you test it? Can I
She's gonna.
throw it at
We're
you?
gonna hear something break right now.
Oh shoot! It did fly. It did
I want to
fly.
go to your house, sister.
I know you'll come in a few weeks. You'll be here. Um. Anyway, I don't know. It's in our nature.
It's
No,
okay.
don't throw. I got wine over here.
I guess it's like when you drive by a car accident and you're
Mhm.
like just
Yeah,
watching.
yeah. Looky loos. We're
Yeah.
looky loos. You're exactly right. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Let me introduce you. Why? Why not? They can see you. Come here. You look
Little girl.
booterous. Come here. No, yeah,
Let
just
me
from
see.
like, huh?
I want
Just
to see her.
from right here. Come on. Down, down
Hey.
more. Okay,
Hey.
come in.
Hi.
More, a little bit down. Smile. Smile.
She looks
Don't look
just
like
like
I'm
you.
killing you. That's my daughter Elena. Emma Lou, sorry.
Beautiful.
I always call you Luna.
She is. She's pretty.
I know.
Yeah.
She's my youngest.
How old are you?
How old are you?
15.
Gotta talk into the mic.
Why can't you say that?
She's 15.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's all
God.
it's
Are you
downhill
really?
from there. It's all
She's
downhill.
16.
Jeez.
My oldest is 21. She'll be 22
Oh
in a
my
couple of
God.
months. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. My son is he's 16 and he's on a date, but the dad came and picked him up and took him to the ball game, and
Uh-huh.
he was so nervous. It was so funny.
Oh,
How cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
there's Jay. Jay's here. Jay made it. I told him somebody better wake up Jay. Tess is here. Batmom's here.
He did say the MRI is when you go and you have to do it for 20 minutes inside the
Uh,
tube
oh,
and
Ooh.
stay still,
oh,
or they have to restart it.
yeah.
But I find it upsetting because I'm not here to trash anyone. Just want to find the truth of Bigfoot. He wants to find the truth of the Bigfoot.
Yeah, well, that generally goes for about anything. You know,
Well,
you don't want the lies and the non-truth.
I think some people do, and when they do find out the truth, they'd rather believe the lie. It's not as much like mind blown. It's once you've realized what's really going on in situations, it's too hard to go back.
Oh, Curious Scripted is here too. Bo is just building an audience for scary. No, do not jump. My cat's gonna drop everything.
oh,
I
Audience,
thought you were
sorry.
talking to your kid.
I did too. I was like, what's she doing?
He was just gonna jump on me. There's no concern other than building a brand, just like Dog Boy Guy. Yeah. Um, Moyan's like Dog Boy Guy. You know who Dog Boy Guy is. Uh, because they don't lie.
I think
Ambient noise.
I think it's still bad if the ones that are at lying on purpose compared to the ones who are saying things that they know that they don't even know that are true. Does it? They think it's true, but it's really not.
Right.
Is there a difference in that?
I think
Well,
so.
yeah.
Because
The difference is like for that type of person that's putting out materials and they believe in what they're doing, they believe that that Hulk picture in the woods is a Bigfoot. They believe that, you know? I don't think that I would call them hoaxers for that. I just don't believe it. But a hoaxer really has to have intent. Now, if that person was doing that because they were making obscene amounts of money by posting their stuff, yeah, you get into that
Yeah,
area, that red area of, you know, post, and to try to make a little more money. Alexa's been going off all day, all by
is that
herself.
it's spirit.
Yeah,
is
but
that
she's
your
saying,
cat?
I can't talk to you right now. I
Oh,
can't,
Alexa.
something, yeah, Alexa, the thing. I heard it in the other room, but she's been going off all day. Um, Maybe my internet went out and came back on. Oh. Um, so that's, there's a fine line there. I mean, you could take it further, but there's no way for a lot of these pictures and stuff, you can't prove it either way. You can't prove it's real, you can't prove it's fake. So it's just out there. It's just like Cryptid says, it's just noise out there, And it's up to you whether you want to hear it or not. You don't want to hear it, you move on.
It's all about perception, really. Because some people believe that that's their truth. And so that
That
doesn't
is
make them
true.
bad.
Some people are in a different reality.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
honestly, everybody has their own perception of reality. And that's their truth. And so it kind of makes everything half true. And so if you're looking for hard truth on hard proof and truth of something, it's not ever going to be found.
Well, not on people's eyewitnesses, but there's a difference when there's actual proof, as in like a body or
Yeah, like a body.
that
Yeah.
there's a difference between somebody's observation and seeing it like right in front of you. But even I'm sure there's so many real pictures and information out there that everybody just it's either too weird to believe it, or it's an automatic, oh, that's fake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that the truth has already been told. A lot of those pictures I don't know because I've never seen a cryptid, so I wouldn't know if they were real or not. But I'm sure some of them are, and that we think
Are not correct.
are
You
not.
are right there, because there are a lot that I think, oh, that can't be real, but what if it is? You know, I can't say it is or isn't. I wasn't there. I didn't
Right.
see movement. I didn't follow it. Didn't smell it. The things that were tangible to me, they're not there. So it's just like I said, it's just a picture.
I have a
It's not
question, and this goes for everybody, like in the chat too. Is there a certain piece of footage that you guys do believe is real? Is there one that you do think is real?
well, most people, there goes Alexa again. Most people consider the Patterson Gimlin footage as the number one thing to compare other footage to. Um,
What about the one? I don't know if that was ever fake or not, but it was like a white one, and it's
the
moving in
white,
the snow. I think.
oh, from the road, going across the road.
I don't know, and then they just zoomed up because it was like it was walking, trying to get away. It was at night, and then all of a sudden they were able to slow it down enough to where it like poked its head out a little bit, and they
Oh,
freeze framed it.
that's
What was that?
what's that one called?
Uh, Mongolian,
I can't remember.
Mongol, Mox
Mogian.
that Freeman footage. Is that? Oh, that's his.
Oh, Freeman footage. I believed the Freeman footage for a long, 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 long time.
Is that
And
the
then
one
I
where?
started hanging with Thomas Steenberg, and he started to make me believe that it wasn't real for certain reasons. But uh I'm probably like a 75-25 that it is real, not real. Um that's how I do it now when I'm looking at photos. I'm this percentage think it's real and this percentage think it's not real. Because there's no answers. You don't have, I will never find the answers to all these things. Now, some things, if they're fake, if they are hoax, I can find the answers to, like the Beacon Bigfoot guys. You know, I was able to track all that down and let you guys know what's going on there. Um, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you just run into a flat dead end with a lot of these photos and pictures, because they weren't their original photos. They took it from somebody who took it from somebody who took it from somebody else and changed the story around. So it's not an easy thing to debunk photos.
Is the
And
the Freeman footage? Is that the one where he's the guy's walking up and then he sees him
the
and then
Bigfoot,
and it goes back for the baby?
yeah. Well,
Okay,
that's what they claim, that there was a baby there, but we don't you don't really see that. If people say they see that, well, good on them. I don't see that. But yeah, he goes, "There goes." That's his famous, there goes. And there will always be speculation about that his son was the one in the suit, because we knew that they did it before. He made footprints. He claims that he made those footprints to show how you could fake footprints. Um, then there's other footage, early footage from Freeman that I didn't associate with him. But if you go to Sasquatch Archives, Todd Prescott, he put out an old conference, Bigfoot conference, with Paul Freeman himself showing his photos. And it was really good. It was really eye-opening to see some original stuff.
Oh,
So, and then you can make up your mind, well, wow, that looks really fake, or that looks, 50-50. He'd been at it for a really long time.
I think it's really hard to say yes or no. What I've never seen one. Have you seen
Right.
one?
No, I've never seen one.
I don't know.
So,
And Parador
Oh, shit.
that. Are you right?
what happened?
Did she step on a needle?
She probably dropped all the needles.
I dropped a bunch of beads on the floor.
Killed by Bigfoot. Love Freeman. Wish I knew him. My favorite is that guy who said he rough talked one. Rough talked one?
Roughed up?
Who's that?
Rough talked, like he talked crap
He
to him.
to him? Freeman, yeah, I still love Freeman. And you know what? As a person, they say he was an awesome guy. He was a completely awesome guy. Which I believe to be most people in this community are just great people, and they just all have their own beliefs. So Todd Standing, whoa,
I thought that was
has
real, but
wait,
I had no idea.
Jay.
I didn't
I
know
didn't
that
even see
about
it was Jay. I was just about to yell at whoever this was. Not. Yeah, no, not. I'm sorry. Nobody will ever make me believe that Todd Standing stuff is real. Anita had someone that said he was a researcher, but guess he wasn't. Ooh, interesting. What else? Case give a green tea man and a huge spliff. What's a spliff?
A spliff is a joint, sister.
Well, I wouldn't know because I do not smoke anything.
It's okay. We accept you.
I know. Cindy.
It took me a long time to realize that those nicotine, that electric cigarettes, that you could put pot in them. Like people would be like, "Oh, do you smoke?" And after a while, I started asking, "Is it tobacco?"
Yeah, well, yeah, they sell them like platinum, yeah.
I do not like pot.
Friends past the show, they assume you will back them. When you don't, all hell breaks loose. Yeah.
Nobody is perfect, Nikki. Moxie,
Yeah.
no, it's okay.
Yeah. Nope. Never will be. I almost blew my house up tonight, so nobody's perfect.
What? What happened?
You were just
Oh
trying
my-
to teach your family what not to do.
I know.
Yeah.
I accidentally left the gas stove on, the gas range on, for like an hour. The house was full of gas. Yes.
How long does it take to feel the effects of it? Do you guys know?
I
Well,
don't know.
I guess
We had-
everybody who would have known is probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't smell it. I didn't smell it. We were sitting right there. It wasn't until I came back in from letting the dog out, Sue. And when I walked in, it hit me right in the face.
You're
I went
lucky too. Sometimes they don't even have a smell, you know?
Yeah, this one you could. It wasn't very eggy. It was not very sulfury. It was a different kind of smell. But I knew what it was and went straight to the range, and sure enough, it was on, not burning. It was just on. So the gas was just filling the house up.
Maisie. Dang, sis. What's okay? I mean, we all make mistakes and we learn from them.
That's just like I think it's the what's behind it is that second. It only takes 1 second to ruin or mess up somebody else's life or your own.
Yeah.
It's so quick.
Mr. Lee, I say the Sierra sounds are a lie because I don't believe in them. I don't think they sound like that because I've never heard one. and that's okay that I don't believe him. And a lot of people do say that, "Oh, I heard that." And I don't necessarily believe them either. But that's okay. You can believe it if you think that the Sierra sounds are real. I have yet to hear anybody else have decent recording like that ever. Like that. You get some sounds and there's a whoop and there's a something else in the background, but honestly, for in today, now, with the equipment we have now, have not heard anything like that presented from anybody who goes up into the Sierras or anywhere else for that matter. I may be wrong. Show me where I can find the audio to that chatter, and then I'll talk to you again. Maybe that one will make me believe. But it's okay that I don't believe. You can believe.
You're
So
wrong, but that's okay. You could be wrong over there.
I
You're wrong over
never
there.
seen one, never heard one. My opinion is just that, my opinion. So
So if
I
you've
can,
never seen one, do you believe that Bigfoot is real, or you're not
yes,
sure?
I do believe Bigfoot is real, but I don't believe Bigfoot is real because there's supposed footprints or there's supposed um, structures or sighting. It's the actual individuals who I believe who have encounters and have had their stories, have told me their stories, that has made me a believer.
Okay, so if those same people were saying that they heard the Sierra sounds, like,
Hmm.
would that make a difference? Because it's the people that you trust.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
that probably would sway me a little more.
Yeah.
I have not. The people I do really believe have pretty much just had a quick encounters, not anything like substantial or anything.
Not where they
I
give you,
think
"Hey,
I
hold up,
think
wait, stop, let me take a picture."
yeah, I
Yeah.
think Jeff Harding has a very interesting encounter. I have not heard one like his encounter before. So I kind of believe it. I believe Jay Fritz's encounter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there I do way more heavily that
No,
okay, maybe they saw something.
I don't think they're real.
Are you listening to them?
Yeah, I don't think they sound like that either.
And I know everybody here in the chat knows what we're talking about. If you want me to post it, I have it right here. I
I
can
just listened to like a minute of it.
I can put it on real quick, but
It sounds. I bet you it sounds like people. That sounds like people out there.
It sounds honestly like a man and a wife. Like she's like, "Oh heck no, you didn't put down the toilet seat. Like you're going down."
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
I think
they'd
it's kind of
be
cool.
doing that. I don't know why. I just don't. But that's just me. That's just me. And I'm very opinionated about a lot of this stuff. I have come a long way. I will tell you that much. There's a lot more that I don't dismiss like I used to, especially in regards to uh, how quickly they disappear, and why do they only leave one footprint when there should be a whole track way of them. I'm curious why is that?
I think
So
that goes more into the the aspect of them being able to not go up in portals or anything, but to
Camouflage.
no, because well, how could they camouflage and not leave footprints still? But like cloak, I know what I mean,
right,
that would that cover your feet? I mean, like you can't see them, but it would still make
right.
an impression. I
I
don't know.
I don't know. See, there's a lot of questions that are not answered, and
Yeah,
if I believe it more when I know a human can do it, because I'm still working on the basis that they're flesh and blood. So if a human can do it, then they can do it. You know. So I don't know.
yeah. Well,
But
I
who's to say, like, aliens
Yes.
don't have flesh and blood? Like, interdimensional beings, don't they have flesh and blood too?
I don't know.
I think it goes into like a vibration. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it depends on, like, with Bigfoot. I think what you think it could be. I think the closer that we were to the beginning of being made, I think we had so many different gifts that only a few of us have now. Like, I think, like certain psychics, or they're just in tune with things, because we've blocked it out. I think that a lot of the things that they can do, depending if they're an ancient human, they might have those abilities still, because they've never started watching TV or something.
Yeah,
You know
they
what
didn't
I
get
mean?
programmed. Yeah.
From us looking in, I think, their jump could hide them, and what we think they're flying. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they just disappeared. But they know where all the little hiding spots are. So what people might think is powers could just be normal. And we got to remember their size is so much bigger than us. So what they can do by, like, skipping or something and hiding is a lot faster than what we can do, if that makes any sense.
That does make sense, because just imagine, they could probably skip up a mountain super quick. That would take us all day to hike.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lee, that was the the relationship before me, and that was not true. I asked. None of them saw it, and anything that was footage wise was this not theirs, not his, and because this one of the boys, all the pictures and films were on his camera. He took it. They said that they only saw more demonic things, but never an actual creature.
What? I don't see what question he asked you.
Mr. Lee,
Oh, me.
yeah, people
Mm-hmm.
get the
What?
relationships mixed up. There was multiple different ones that they just mushed us all together.
Oh, okay, I see it. Hmm.
I think they're a form of human too.
It's hard to know, like, until you go meet them and ask them, like, hey, where are you from? Are you from this neck of the woods?
Well, there's people out there that talk to him,
Yeah.
that do that whole mind speak thing. Ow. And what language did he use?
I think we can
Oh,
mind speak.
douchebag.
We just don't know it.
Douchebag isn't. What'd you say?
I think we can mind speak also, but we just don't know it. Because think of a mother's intuition.
I don't know if that
Every
is that
mother
Yeah,
has
but
it.
that's
twin?
feeling. That's gut and
That's how
feeling.
telepathy is. Telepathy isn't words. Telepathy is.
But that's not how people are portraying it, and that's where I have my issues with it, is that people are calling mind speak. They're talking to me in here. They're telling me I'm on the other side of the hill over there if you want to come see me. That's what they're saying. They're not saying it
It's not like a feeling where it's
yeah,
sick to the
they're
stomach
giving
feeling.
me an impression that I need to leave. They don't say that. They said it told me to leave. It's talking to me and telling me that you better leave now because something bad's going to happen.
Well,
Now
when God
some do. I'm not saying that is everybody,
when
It's
God
just,
talks to you, is it a feeling, or because I don't? Nope, I haven't heard
well,
any
that's
voices
the
from my.
argument my sister and I were kind of talking about the other day.
Yeah, because say you're a teenager and you're at a party and you can feel that some bad shit's about to happen.
Yeah, in
That
your stomach.
that's a feeling, and that's God telling you to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Well, that's your interpretation that God is telling you. It could be
Intuition,
anybody.
or
Your
just,
mom
oh,
having a thought saying, God, I know my kids over there and they shouldn't be there. I wish they would come home. Could it be that?
I believe it's God because I believe that God is directly connected into your mind. Like, I believe that your
Mhm.
subconscious is
Right.
connected to God.
Okay, so now answer this question as an atheist.
I'm not an atheist, though.
I know, but I'm saying put your feet in somebody else's shoes who's an atheist. How would you answer that same question?
it would
That
have
would
to
be their
be
conscious, their
what you've
subconscious.
noticed, like growing up and what you've learned, and watching things around you, knowing that you get that like gut feeling of this probably isn't right, which would be subconscious. That feeling inside. Like I always remembered my mom saying, "Don't go down dark alleys." And if I went down or by a dark alley, you get that gut feeling. So is that
Right.
your mom telling you, or is that just because of your previous situations, and it kind of, does that make
So
sense?
I have an answer for that. But
Okay.
so as a hypnotherapist, I practice the mind body spirit approach, which is where you listen to the cues your body gives you and not ignore them, like, because we were programmed to ignore them, and when you ignore them, you can't be in alignment with whatever you're supposed to be doing, whatever you want to be doing. You can't be in alignment with safety and happiness. So these cues that your body gives you, if you listen to them, you can avoid, you can make a path of less resistance for your life and avoid pain and avoid suffering. So, like, if they don't think it's God, I don't know. Is anybody an atheist up in here? Because I want to know. Do you believe in your higher
Joe
self?
is an atheist.
Do you believe that you
There's
have a
there's
higher
several
self?
people in the community that are, but I don't know of right now if anybody in here is.
I'm a judgment-free person and I respect everybody's beliefs, no matter who they are. Even if you're a Satan worshiper, you know what?
Lipstick.
You can do that. That's fine that's fine for you.
How do you
So,
not judge?
yeah. Oh, me? How do I not judge?
Yeah, how are you a judgment-free person?
I was born that way. And it hasn't been an easy ride.
But you were born that way, so I don't.
Yeah, I was
Like, I
born this
judge.
way.
I'm Italian. It's just, and Irish. We judge.
I don't know what happened. I was just born this way, meant to be on this earth this way. Um, I don't have a discriminating bone in my body, and it's a good thing, but it's been a rough life because you need those discriminating bones sometimes, you know?
Mhm.
But it's for a purpose. It's for a purpose so that I can do the things that I need to do to be of service because I wish to be like at least 50% of service for my life. That's like that's what I'm here for. That's my goal. That's how I'm going to achieve my heaven. That's how I'm going to achieve what I need to in this lifetime. And I just wasn't. And it's not, I'm telling you, it's not a great thing. It sounds like, ooh, I don't discriminate. I'm cool.
But how do
It's
you know
not
what
an
the
easy
difference is?
time.
How do you know what the difference is between just being a bad judge of character and trusting everybody, to um not judging, like being born without a
It
judge?
took a long time to figure it out.
Well, what's the
It took a
difference? I
long
mean,
time.
like, is there difference?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Because everything that bad that happened to me because of not having that discernment at the time, everything bad that happened to me that came from that, I took it and took it with love and learned from it and made it into a positive thing. It made it into a purposeful thing, into a meaningful thing, and was mindful of it. When you bring it out and then you keep hate attached to it or bad feelings attached to it, that's the difference. That's the difference because it hurts more. It's harder to sit there and hate somebody than it is to just let it go.
But I can attest that being her sister, that she's pretty close to being right. I mean, I'm sure you didn't lose all of your ability to, do that, but it did scar your sense of um right and wrong
Yes, it did. It
a
does until
lot,
you
okay?
heal. Yeah.
Because
So
she
that's what,
went into everything she did, she went in full hearted, whether she had the common sense to tell her that was dangerous not to do that, or don't get involved with these people, or don't, whatever it was, she went in full hearted that everything was going to be good and fun and easy.
So it is because we learn by experience. So uh, in that discernment, like if you've never experienced us being with a serial killer, you wouldn't know what to look for. So would you? But you might still have little red flags. Is that something? Would you have those little red like flags, and you just would be like, no, like everything's good, you
well,
know?
unfortunately, I did have that exact situation.
Mhm.
And I still had love for the person that was inside the killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's multiple. Um, there's multiple different people in there, kind of multiple.
So
Yeah,
even if you're a serial killer, I can still find a way to love you. And it's weird.
it's not just you, but it's not just you. That's not an. I think that's just.
Yeah, I'm not the only person in the world that doesn't do it. A lot of people go through
Well, no,
that.
I don't think. Is that a? Did she like as your Nikki when she was
Yeah.
younger? She never like judged. What I'm thinking is that you're getting
Well,
like the
I was
mixed.
sitting here trying to think of a time, honestly. But okay, when she was little, really can't make that discernment when you're little,
Right.
because they're growing up and you just think they're naive and haven't learned. But as she got older, um no, she got herself into a lot of situations. Let's just say that
Yeah. Okay.
that um I wouldn't say were normal. I mean,
I got myself into a whole bunch of situations, but I think it was like me going against the grain, like hoping
that
for
could
the
have been
best.
some of it too, but
Definitely.
Even in like starting to even when I would see those red flags, kind of push it to the side and be like, no, they were nice this one time. I think that's the real person. But I think there's, I don't know.
Like, I don't care like
I
what kind of drug you've done. I don't care what kind of bad thing you've done.
my father and I literally had to pull her out of a couple of relationships
Yeah.
because I don't know if you would have left.
I don't know if I'd still be alive, to be
I
honest with
don't
you. Yeah.
think you would be
Oh yeah,
alive
I
with
was.
one of
That's
them
how
for
come you guys
sure.
pulled me out, because I finally told you. You guys
Yeah,
would have never known if I didn't come out and tell you. You know?
Okay,
right.
so was that because of the psychological um the brainwashing? Because it goes to where then if you say something you feel like you have betrayed that person and you're bad, and then they're able to get you, you'd rather be with that person than it's a lot harder to get out, and you have that feeling of like you did something wrong even though you didn't. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that I think that's the brainwashing that happens. and you're not seeing clearly because you don't have a time.
Oh yeah, you mean like abusive relationships?
Yeah.
I think the like the abusive relationship part, I think I stayed and didn't say anything because I was freaking scared.
And were you embarrassed?
Mm, not really, mostly just scared. It's a pretty dangerous person, so I was pretty scared, but it's hard to say. Like what made me stay? I think it was brainwashing, but not brainwashing by the person. It was like more brainwashing from my mother. Like a lot of times I did things just to, I don't even know. I can't even explain it, you guys.
Like my parents said, don't get pregnant before marriage, and I'm like, I'm going to show you. You know,
Kind of like
I
that.
did the opposite. And it was to like, I was with somebody because I was like, okay, well, I had a marriage that failed. I don't want to fail again. And then it goes into the brainwashing that they do that you don't even think would
Yeah,
be brainwashing, and but they can make you feel like you're crazy, like everything is not what you think, and it'll take the scars of the psychological abuse is lasts a lot longer than the physical.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot, and you'll catch yourself thinking about like you're the person that they said you were, and if a person didn't come to me and say that they noticed it too, I honestly thought I was the problem, and I was going crazy because I knew better, but they kind of it's 24/7 berating, and they're constantly at you, so you don't have any time to think at all.
Yep.
You don't know what's really reality.
It's really hard. You have to find an escape. There's like no way out. You have to escape it. And sometimes our bodies will get stronger than our minds, and we'll get used to that abuse and that feeling of being sadness. And that's where the brainwashing pops in, and that's when we get confused. And so I guess at some point I was lucky enough for my mind to take back over and say, get the hell out of this relationship.
It probably wasn't your mind. There's a reason you don't, that you had said something, or maybe it wasn't just your mind, maybe it was some, but like intervention kind of, I don't know.
I'm
Does it
trying
make
to think
sense?
what like, okay. Danger. It was definitely danger that got me out for the first one. And then the second one, fear. I wasn't scared the first time. That I was in great danger, that was for sure, but I really wasn't scared. But fear and danger, I mean, it was getting really bad, like, like TV bad, like bad shit was going to happen, and I knew it. So I guess that there goes those cues that my body was giving me, because that's what I think, that's what I believe. And my mom messed me up, so I was like, yeah, that feeling of doing something wrong, that you're doing something wrong that you shouldn't be doing, that probably saved my ass.
Oof, Mom did not like him at all.
No, she said that he was the devil himself, and he's not. I mean, I don't know, maybe he is, but
Yes, he was. He was so dangerous. That boy. When Dad and I went in there,
he was freaky.
he was freaky.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, those are the times that got me in trouble. But let's talk about the positive things about it. The positive things about it is that, like, you can do whatever, like, and you could do any kind of drug, you could have any kind of history, but I will be able to see you for you. And I don't judge on things like that. The thing I guess I do judge because like I don't want to be around anybody that's drags me down. That I want to surround myself with uplifting people, with people that respect my belief. Well, before I didn't have any boundaries. There you go. No boundaries will do it. If you don't have any boundaries, that can put you in those situations. And I didn't even know what boundaries were until I was 40 years old.
Well, I think like mine, you have these boundaries and you set them, but then you get worn out. They wear you out, and you kind of just kind of let it slide, and then
You're
they
right.
know they have you.
Hmm. You're right. They wear you down to where you can't fight for your boundaries anymore.
You can't fight for nothing, and you because yeah, they it drains you to like you have no soul left. You
Hmm.
come out not knowing what is what,
Yep.
and
Super confused.
really, yeah, and just drained, where you're just kind of like a walking zombie.
Yeah, you lose yourself completely.
Yep.
I've lost myself completely and regained myself so many times in my lifetime. And now, in hindsight, I'm thankful for it because it's made me into the great person that I am today. And I'm very proud of how far I've come and what I've been through, and that I was able to learn from it and help other people with it. I think vaping counts as smoking because I have a feeling they're going to find out it's super bad for us.
They
Like I have
already
a feeling
have.
they are because, but man, those make me choke.
You get popcorn lung faster.
Yeah, probably they're bad. I think I'm straight flower. I stick to the real bud. All natural.
Oh, man. Okay, that was depressing talk too. Girls, gotta find something better to talk about.
Well,
You want to look at this?
well, I mean, like I found that I'm a strong ass mofo who will do everything in my power to make it.
Who is
My
that supposed to be?
it's Batmom.
Is it?
What? Cool. I love it.
That is cool. Where'd you get that?
My kid gave it to me. It's one of those pop. What do you call
Pop
them?
Yeah,
Funko.
Pop Funko thingies.
yeah, they come in a box, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I opened it.
You
So
know,
They got another one
I
too.
specialize in trauma, post traumatic stress disorder, trauma. And what I've learned is that our traumas mold us. Our traumas. I've learned how to turn your traumas into a gift. I've learned how to turn your wounds into wins.
well, that's what they are. You can't go through life and not have that trauma. I mean, there's a difference. If you have that trauma, you don't learn from it, and you keep making that mistake.
Hmm.
But I didn't think that I could ever be where I'm at right now, and it was with what I went through and and surviving it,
Hmm.
because I didn't think I was going to. Um, and also it comes down to I would pray all the time, but I would pray and ask for these things, like certain things to happen, like let it work, let me be what that person wants me to be.
Hmm.
It wasn't until I said, literally like days before, that I said, I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do. And 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 it opened up everything, where even though I didn't want to, I was pushed. I was like thrown in the deep end, and I had to. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean.
But you find out that you are so much more amazing and it comes out of nowhere, honestly, because I kind of threw myself into work, and but I was lucky because I got help from the person who was in that relationship previously, and I never ever wanted to contact that person or had a thought, but I woke up one morning thinking, oh my God, I got to call that person. I got to find her and call her. And to have that somebody's been exactly through like what you've been through with that same person, that got me through a lot. I mean, like,
Wow.
who's lucky enough to be able to have that during their time, you know what I mean? Because it's so confusing and difficult. So
Hey, that is a strength on its own to be able to do that.
But it makes you want to do that, be there for others that have went through it. I think it does. It shows you your purpose in life.
Yeah, it shows you your worth.
Yeah.
Like I used to think my story used to be I was in an abusive relationship, but now my story, I charted it down and changed it into that is how I found my worth. That is how I found my strength and my worth. And it changed me for life. And I like me now. I like me.
It does change you for life, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What, you've never been in an abusive relationship, Nikki?
Nope.
Or drugs? What?
She lied.
We gotta.
I know she had to smoke weed with my cousin before. I know it.
No, she did try to make me smoke, and I faked it. I told you that.
Okay, then I'll believe that.
I told you. I went like this, and I pretended because it was in the dark, but I never inhaled. But it's the truth. Seriously, I never have. I never wanted to. And I never tried again either. That one time was the only time she ever offered me, and I think she knew that I wasn't going to do it. And
she wasn't going to waste it on you if you weren't going to inhale.
Yep, she never offered again after that, and we had plenty of opportunity for her to do that, but we did steal some cigarettes though one time.
Yeah, you got busted too. You weren't very smart.
Nope, we were not. We did get caught.
Holy Twin Powers, activate!
Ooh. Who's in the chat? Brent's in the chat.
I saw that. It's ladies' night.
Yeah.
That's what he said. That means he's gonna come on.
I didn't give him the digits to get on. Yeah, so anyway, but it's okay. I mean, my animal is drinking. I do drink.
Dude, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. And I had a best friend who was a chain smoker. Good Lord. Smoke after smoke.
I like the people who say that they don't do drugs and then they say that they eat gummies. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't drink, and then they drink like a couple nights ago, and you're like, so you don't drink for this hour, or you're sober for today, or you sober yesterday? I don't know. That blows. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah, I don't like it when people are like, oh, they smoke cigarettes. They're disgusting people. That is, oh God, that makes me so mad when people are like that.
I know, you got to stop getting mad at me for that, dude.
I know, because people aren't disgusting just because they smoke. You get that from our mother, and that was just wrong.
No, I get it because I start sneezing when I smell cigarettes. You know, I was wearing a mask in the casinos before even COVID because I couldn't be in there with all that smoke. I would gag. Well, I'm asthmatic too.
Her middle name's Karen.
Oh, no, she didn't. Oh,
but it's okay, sister. I mean, it's not okay. You shouldn't be mean to people because they smoke. Or like my Auntie Trisha. My Auntie Trisha, like,
what?
If like A recovering drug addict, she doesn't even respect a recovering drug addict. She just looks down upon him really bad, and that makes me so mad. I can't stand it.
Well, they can't lump them in all together, honestly.
Right.
Because I mean, there is a certain MO with drug addicts or narcissists or serial killers. Like they have certain little signature, like, oh, that's a tweaker over there. But it's honestly the person. If the person's a douchebag, the drug just kind of amplifies it. But
Yeah,
it's
very exactly.
drug.
Okay.
But
So
it
Well,
could.
you have to understand everything that Trisha does is because she's been burned more than once from people she's loved who were in that situation, you know?
That'll affect
yes.
you. Yeah, that'll.
And both times it has been very tragic.
Yeah.
So she's given up. There's no way for her to want to believe because
There is a way.
I know, but
because
wait, what I'm trying to say is things didn't work out for her situations, therefore nobody's situation,
Mhm.
is gonna work out for them because she's never seen it successful.
Yeah, but if you
Which
don't
it
heal
can
the
be.
wounds from your past, you'll bleed all over people that haven't stabbed you.
She's past that. She
She
don't
needs
care.
healing.
She just
Everybody needs healing. You
yeah.
can't grow if you don't heal. And she needs to heal that so that she doesn't have hate in her heart for people that don't deserve hate.
You can grow and not heal. You can be resentful and hate or not, yeah, and hate that situation or person and still grow from it.
But then you have something else to grow from also. You've got to grow from that hate that you have in your heart. So like
Yeah, you
it's
always.
still not a clean break. It's still not a clean heal.
I think you're always growing.
You are. I do agree there. You do.
But like I'll see people and I do automatically, even though I was a drug addict, I'll see them. I'm like, you, only because
But you
I
could
think
at one point identify with them.
no,
You know?
I actually never could identify with another heroin addict or tweaker because it worked different with me actually. Because
Hmm.
I have ADD, so I could go to sleep and I could eat on coke and meth. So it wasn't like that for me. Where the other people would start, you know how they move a lot, and it, I don't know, it made me nauseous. I didn't want to be around them even when I was doing it because
So
even
kind
a
of
lot of
like
them are shady, and I
you
can't.
had
I wasn't raised
ADD,
like
so it was
that.
kind of giving you what you needed to balance you out. It was kind of balancing you out then.
Yeah, it's supposed self-medicating.
Hmm. That's why I smoke weed. Like it was balancing me out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it still balances me out.
Nikki, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Then I'll
reading the
bummed out.
chat.
No,
I'm reading.
I know. I think we depressed her.
I
You were
know,
like,
but it's okay because we're healed. Like we are on a healing
Well,
journey.
I'm
Like we
happy for your
realize.
findings there.
what?
And well, my sister and I have talked about this in depth about, why she smokes or why I feel I don't have to or don't want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's okay. We're okay with it. I'm okay with her smoking because I believe it is medicinal. For her, it's completely medicinal.
I think
And
it's when it goes to where that person's not taking care of their responsibility, or they're not paying, their bills. They're not. I think that's when it really goes south.
right.
So.
Yes, when you can't function, when you're not functional. I've been a functional pothead since I was a kid because I didn't go to jail. I didn't I graduated. I mean, I went to college several times.
Did you get a degree each time, or did you do
Not
like?
each time, just this most recent time.
Okay.
But I
Those
was still
look
functional. I
weird.
mean, I've been on my own since I was 17. I've been paying bills and on my own since I was 17. I've always had a job.
You had to hustle. You had to do what you had to do, and you weren't giving in to being a pothead or the.
Yeah.
She wasn't
And
going to go back home, that's for sure.
yeah, well,
Yeah. I didn't want to leave home. I was 23 before I left the house. I never wanted to leave.
That's
I
funny. I always wanted to leave. I never wanted to be
okay.
there.
I
Like,
left the day I could.
And that is, you see how the dynamic works with me and my sister. We had two very different times growing up in the same house.
you actually remind me of my sister who's 6 years older than me, and I was the younger one. Like, I can't stand her, but they had to like literally go in and put like a shot in her so that she would come out of my mama because she did not want to come out. and she was like goody two shoes, didn't do any of that. But I really did think she did some of it, just didn't say anything, and wanted and like that, mom and dad were like, oh, this is like our good child. And then there's, Tessa, the one with the kids right there. But I was married both times. I just want to say I wasn't a hoe.
Oh, you know what? Nikki got in trouble when I got pregnant.
Nikki did?
Yeah, Nikki got yelled at.
Because she didn't make sure you were.
I don't know why, but it was.
We don't know why,
me,
but I got yelled at for her getting pregnant before being married.
Like right after right after we told my mom, my sister calls me and she doesn't. I'm all hello, and she doesn't even say hi or nothing. She goes, "Why is it that you get pregnant and I get yelled at?" And I was like, I don't care. It's better you than me.
Do you guys have the same mom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What nationality? What is she?
We're Hispanic.
Okay.
We're both sides of the family we've tracked all the way back to Spain.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both sides, my dad and my mom.
Are they
one came, my dad's side came and landed in French Canada.
Canadian. We're French Canadian and Spanish and Mexican.
Yeah, and came down. And my mom's side were slaves that were brought over by another Spaniard and landed in what was Mexico, California side, but were slaves on that side and migrated from the west to Arizona, New Mexico.
So you guys were raised out in New Mexico and Arizona your whole lives?
Arizona, yeah, our whole lives. Yeah.
My mom knew I was pregnant. She had a dream.
Oh.
So when I came to her, I was 3 months pregnant, and she's like, I know. But she's Irish and Cherokee and Choctaw, and so she always had that knowing. But she also was like Susie, where, oh no, my children wouldn't lie to me, and my dad would be like, oh yeah, they're liars. Yeah. Like, nope, they're doing it. And he was always right too. And he would always, I had to start like leaving my car at my friend's house, and then we'd take another car and like, but he'd always catch me like driving, and I look over and there's my dad, and I'm like, like, ah, crap. But he's a talent. He was like sneaking out, and he was a bad kid. He'd sneak out of church and go smoke pot in the parking lot when he was, he knew all the tricks. Where my mom she wouldn't do anything because she didn't want her mom to be upset or disappointed in her. So it was, but yeah, I've been doing the opposite of what I've been told since I was a baby. But yeah,
I believe that I was sent here to be that way. I believe that I was sent here so that my parents could learn acceptance and I don't know if they did. My dad did, but I don't know if my mom did, but she did now. But yeah, that was my purpose. I was made to be that way, sister. I was made to be the way I was, exactly as pain in the butt as I was supposed to be. I did a good job.
Yes, you do. The stories I can tell, but I'm not going to tell here.
I have no shame. I am not
Mogs
ashamed
might
of
get to
anything
hear
that I
some
did.
of those stories at the Mog
At the
Fest.
camp.
Yeah. But I don't know if I want to tell them here. I mean, you're open with it, but it's
I don't regret anything. No regrets.
some of that stuff wasn't nice, wasn't good stuff, you know. I don't know.
Did you ever get brought home by the cops and they made you knock on your own door?
No, but the cops came to my house one time because my boyfriend was a really bad gang member.
Yeah.
And in order to catch him, they lied to my parents and said that I was selling guns at the Safeway. And to this day, I believe my mom died thinking that I was selling guns at the Safeway when I was not selling guns at the Safeway. It wasn't, and neither was he. It was a complete lie.
Or maybe he was.
He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't.
He always had guns.
Yeah, but those particular ones weren't for
Maybe
sale.
he was selling it at the Rayleigh's and not the.
Maybe not. It wasn't at the Safeway. It was at the Circle K.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and I don't chew. Whoever just said that, Ben T, Batman probably chews Red Man or Beech Nut. Is Beech Nut a baby food?
Sounds like a baby food.
Yeah. No, it is. It is baby food.
I remember I tried that one time, and it was the most hilarious thing that ever happened to me.
It's an instant. It's spinning. Yeah, I've chewed before.
Moggs doesn't want to call it a fest.
I'm gonna throw up, and this is great, but then it's not great.
It's not great.
And I didn't get drunk to like feel this way. Like I mean, like you're.
I was standing there like this.
You do that. You move so much. I get like seasick.
Oh, me when I'm on the thing, I can't sit still.
It's
a serious. I guess it's not a problem.
I think you have like ADHD. It's the I have ADHD, but yours is like
I very possibly could.
You've got to put an extra letter because it's so much.
It's been this way
your brain is always going though, huh? That's why you're constantly moving.
Yep, my brain is. That's why I'm constantly exactly. Yeah. That's why I do this, to keep my frontal lobe busy, because I'm an overthinker, and overthinking causes me to go into depression. Yeah. So that's the way I healed myself, was all this shit you see around here, all this shit that I make.
Yeah.
It's what keeps me sane.
I have to work. I have to throw myself into work. And because otherwise, you overthink it, and then you screw yourself up, and you don't get nothing done because you're so busy thinking about it.
And you're a hot ass mess, and you're miserable. And I didn't want to be that way anymore, so I changed into a whole new person.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nikki's not wearing pants. Honestly,
he doesn't wear pants, you guys. She's got bikini undies on right now.
I knew it.
But you'll never guess what color.
They're polka dot. They have little sombreros on them.
What you need, with a polka dot bikini. Who's Ben T?
I don't know. He's been around a while. I don't think I've had a conversation with him, but
I have a question. Why is there a joke? Why does Mr. Lee always say Tom Cruise? Or something about Tom Cruise?
Oh, that's his cousin.
Is it for real?
Yeah, no, but they're cousins. They're best cousins.
The real Tom Cruise?
Yeah, it's a lie though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's like me, Batman's my daddy or something, It could happen, but it didn't. Good night, Cindy.
Night, Cindy.
Good night, Cindy.
What does it say? My brother's completely different to me, yet we are 9 months apart. What you think about twins, Susie?
What do I think about them?
Oh, like that connection when one falls and the one cries. That's crazy. That's amazing.
I think that it's just telepathy that we all have already. Because I have a cousin that can do that to me.
Is it telepathy or is it like because you guys have the same genes? Like I haven't figured that out yet.
I don't know. I think it's all in the same one and the same.
Maybe.
It's heartfelt. Like I believe in heartfelt. Everything's heartfelt. Like my basically my religion is love. I mean, I grew up Catholic and I was born and raised Catholic and I got all my sacraments and stuff, but now my religion is love. And I don't believe that I'm separate. I'm separate from God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I just made the coolest rings, you guys. Check it out.
You make me look really lazy because you're always
Wait.
making something.
Okay, wait. Maybe if I put it on my finger.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't put my hand right.
That's really cool.
There.
What kind of stone is that?
Oh, that one came out good.
Bead. It's just it's just a little glass bead.
You are insane. Okay.
And then I just made one like a turtle. Wait. I can't freaking put my hand in them.
Well, you got to stay still, man. Stay still.
Wait.
You're making us dizzy.
I'm trying so hard.
I need
Oh, that does look like a turtle. Is it a turtle?
It is.
I don't know because she won't stay still.
Blech.
I know.
It's so hard to like put it in the middle.
Why?
I don't know why.
I see it. It's a turtle.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
It's a turtle, and it's
Okay,
got
we
like
see
a
it.
braided...
Take it away.
Wait. And then there's this one. Wait. Forget it. I can't.
There you go. Okay, I see it.
Is it depth perception or why can't I
don't,
because it's opposite and you need to.
Maybe it's all that love.
I'm blinded. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We get blinded. We blind ourselves from things.
Okay, what's that? Those look like
this is Alex Perkoff. He's been sending every now and then when he gets a signal, he's been sending me pictures of his trip to Alaska.
Ooh, cool.
And this was at the beginning of his trip. This one. Whoops. I'm on the wrong place. Okay. And then he sent this one.
Ooh. Oh, that's a mothership covered by clouds.
And I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. Am I going in the right direction? Maybe not. Oh, and that one. I thought that's where this is right outside of a place they were staying.
That's what I live right next to.
Just beautiful.
God, it's beautiful.
And I bring it up because he just sent me a text. And he said that where did he say? He keeps sending me just little one-liners like, it is so amazing. He's having such a good time out there. And he's still in the interior of Alaska right now near Denali National Park for this week. And they're going to be doing more stories from that area. And he just mentions that it's a totally different than the rainforest of the Kenai Peninsula, which they were at before. So anyway, he's having a great time. So
that's really cool.
Just thought I would share that with y'all.
That is really cool. Killed by Bigfoot. I live by the Sierra Nevadas. I don't live in Alaska. It is a different world. Like in the South, there's no mountains at all. They're just flat.
Yeah, you can see.
And the mountains. They say that our mountains are like little speed bumps.
They are. They're like hills.
Yeah.
I went to Oklahoma one time, and my husband pointed out the mountain, and I was all, "That's a."
Where's the mountain? Where?
Yeah,
yeah, honey. That's just like an anthill. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh gosh, I was on my way to work the first time I got a tornado. Like I knew that they were talking about it, and Like I come from California, so it's earthquakes, it's nothing. But tornado like freaked me out, and I couldn't believe. I was like, I got the warning saying it touched down while I was like in mid work, and I was like, what do I do? Like, do I stop? Do I
Oh
go?
God.
And I called somebody, and they're like, no, it's gonna work. It's nothing. And I went to work, and the person I worked with, her roof was taken off, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, and then
Whoa.
like an hour later, she was still there. I'm like, what's she doing? Like, she's like, oh, it's nothing to them. I don't know. It was
Well, they
scary.
were saying, like, my husband's telling me that it can like tear somebody's house down to nothing, and then the next door neighbor's house will be not touched. It can like just shift that way. But when I went to Oklahoma, I got to see like the cellar things that they get in. Some of them are really little.
Yeah.
Some of them are all hooked up though.
At work, you were supposed to go in the bathroom. Is big bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was crazy. And then for somebody who has their house taken, and yet they rebuild, like somebody had done that twice, rebuilt twice, and they're like, we're gonna stick it out. This is our town. That's like doing the same thing and expecting different results. I don't know.
They must love their hometown. Like I would like, okay, so like I love Oklahoma and I almost had to move there. And I would move there. It's so pretty. But that shit scares me.
That's the least of your problems though there. we're at
Muskogee.
Yeah.
Did you know they pay people to move to Tulsa?
Through the drug trafficking and sex trafficking?
Is that why? Is that why? To like get people to move there because nobody wants to move there?
Because they probably traded everybody and they need new blood.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It's happening everywhere. It's rampant here on the border.
I am so glad they didn't do that much when I was a kid because I would have gotten sold.
They did. They've been doing it long time.
I just got lucky. I'm lucky to be alive. I really am.
Yeah.
Yes, you wrapped a car around a tree. I don't know how. I don't know how the person whose head went through the windshield probably survived.
Oh, that one? The one I was working?
Huh?
That was not the one on the freeway here when I was working my last part?
No, not that one. When you were a teenager.
Oh, nobody went through the windshield, but yeah, we would have died.
No, there was a big old head print in the windshield.
Damn.
Whoever was in the passenger seat went.
That's crazy. That's what happened to me. Exactly. It was a ball, and it had my hair ripped out, and it was hanging.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was in the passenger seat, sister.
You were in the passenger seat?
Yeah, I was not driving.
Oh, well, then it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why she can't remember because she.
I believe my friend saved my life that night. Yeah, that's all.
I saved you from the police.
Probably because I wasn't driving. I was drinking, I believe.
Oh my God, you were so belligerent that night.
That's probably what saved you. You didn't tense up.
And I hated the cops back then.
You hated him.
I kind of still don't really like the cops.
He tried to hook you up and take you in, but at the time I knew this cop because I worked with the cops and I convinced him to let her come into my custody. And shoo, that was bad. Bad night.
It was a shitty night.
Well, anything that ends up with your head in the windshield is kind of a bad. Mm-hmm. It's not a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to party hard.
Yeah. But I'm glad I was there. It would have been really bad if I hadn't been there. Huh? Yeah.
My life might have been totally different.
Could've
I might have
been.
found a girlfriend in jail and liked it and then been a lifer. You never know. You could have changed the trajectory of my life that night.
Yeah, she could have been. Yep, been good buddies with someone.
Yep.
You
I
gonna
would've been-
fly all the way across the pond, Mr. Lee, and let me see you in person?
Mr. Lee.
I have to tell you, my camera's gonna be all up in your grill.
They are yin and yang. It. That's what Killed by Bigfoot said. It's crazy how much you and your sister are like me and my sister, except I never had her around to save me because she was a joy kill.
Oh.
Dude, my auntie was a narc. So.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, gotta.
I floated on the law side of things a lot.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. How far apart are you guys?
Almost
9
10
years?
years, 9.5.
8 years or
Yeah.
9?
9.5. It depends on what time of the year,
Yeah.
how close we are. Yeah.
When's your birthdays?
I'm September 6th, Virgo, 1978.
And I'm March 16th, 70. So I'm a Pisces.
Did you know that Pisces is my exact opposite sign?
That's probably
Yes.
why.
We totally are opposites.
Me and my sister have the same. We're both Capricorns, but we're totally the opposite. I'm right at the cusp because I'm the 23rd, and then she's January 2nd. So, but we're two totally different people.
Mm.
I don't know how much the signs matter. Or
I don't know why we're so different. Is it because of the times, the ages, or
Yeah,
no? I just,
your
like I said
parents were
before,
probably
I was
pregnant
meant.
by the time they got to you, and they, like with my first kid, she's got a baby book. She's got a bunch of pictures of her doing absolutely nothing, and then by the second one, you have a baby book, but you don't have any like photo albums of. And then your third one comes, and you're like change your own.
Where are they? You're like, where is it?
Change your own diaper. Like you get a baby book, but I didn't fill it out. And then
It's
the fourth
true.
one
My
comes, and it's like, nope, you don't got a baby book. You don't got nothing.
My sister's baby book is filled out like all the way through college graduation, and mine stops at like first grade.
My older sisters made my baby book, and they put a Tic Tac in there for my tooth.
Oh,
Because my oldest sister.
Oh my God, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
it is funny though. There was pennies that Nikki ate and shit out in her baby book, and they didn't even save the pennies from my shit. Like, what's up with that?
I can't believe they didn't save the pennies from yours. Maybe you were pooping out the wrong ones.
Damn.
The wrong pennies. Maybe they weren't
Yeah.
pennies.
My penny wasn't good enough. My shitty penny was.
Maybe they were Monopoly pennies or something.
You didn't have pennies. We were finding baggies of weed underneath the bed.
Oh man.
So they couldn't save it because that would be illegal, and they were trying to save you. They were trying to save your ass.
Oh
my
man.
God.
I remember finally when I was an adult, and they just kept finding shit in my house and my apartments and houses, and I'm already out of the house. And finally I said,
you know what?
I'm not gonna have this freaking fight anymore. I smoke weed.
They were probably planting it. They're narcs. That's what they were doing. They're like, I can't believe you had this. And you're like, did I? I don't think so.
Trust me, she always thought that she didn't smell a weed, but she smelled a weed. We knew,
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm doing it by the window. Whatever. The whole house freaking just smells of it,
I used to smoke in the bathroom, and I'd take a couple of hits of just regular cigarettes, and then I'd put it out and have the shower going, and I'm like, nobody's gonna know. And my dad would walk by and be like, were you smoking in there? Nope, not at all. And then I just go back in there and smoke some more. Like,
I used to get like the toilet paper roll. And
I'm not monetized, so it's all good.
Why? Why should you? Oh, demonetized? Why?
It's
Did you have
legal.
I'm not monetized.
What is legal where I'm
Oh,
at?
because we said cuss words.
Because you're talking about drugs.
Well, Mogs, and then they cuss all the time. We're doing pretty good. I thought this was like
Pretty
some
chill.
Christian show how
You
well
never know what YouTube will do.
Yeah.
They always catch me on every little song I put out there that's not good. They catch me and put me strike. But like Pat used to put all kinds of whole songs on and he never got dinged. So it just
Oh,
is
really?
whoever, they catch.
It's probably because you're a female. That's what it is.
They're picking on me.
Yep.
It's all good. For the ones I do,
and I was in
just
Facebook
mute 'em.
jail, and now I'm still on restriction.
I would probably put you in jail too. You might help. It might save you.
Oh God.
This one time, like I went to like I save money. I'm really like I don't like being poor, and so like I didn't want to pay for my ticket that I got because I have a lead foot, like really bad. Like I'm speeding at all times. Like I just kind of gave up when before I would get angry at the police, like, why are you pulling me over? No, I didn't. and now I just kind of like, yeah, I was speeding fast. Like you're totally right. Like it was, yeah. Like I can't believe you caught up with me. So I had gotten a ticket, and I think I got like 2 tickets in one night, and I didn't go to court because I forgot about them.
Oh shit!
Anyway, I didn't want to pay the ticket. I was like, oh, I did it, so I might as well just, and I had a bench warrant.
Ugh.
Well, I turned myself in. It said, you could either turn yourself in and stay for the weekend or whatever. I was like privately crying the whole time. I was like, I didn't want nobody to see my weakness because I was thinking like, oh, it's about I'm gonna get like stabbed or something. I found out I was pregnant with my last kid, and that's why I was crying so much. But I was like this, and I only had to stay overnight because they were like, well, why are you in here with the court? And you go see the judge, the next day, and it's like, because I didn't want to pay. Like, I thought I'd just come on in. I asked for toilet paper through the intercom, and they got mad at me, and they're like, don't push the button. I need toilet paper. I'm scarred for life. I'm not a jail prison kind of girl.
Yeah.
No.
I wanted to go. Like I had a bench warrant too, not too long ago, and I was like, it was like right before my mom passed away. The New Mexico police called my parents because of it, and so like here I was almost good with mom finally, and then they called about my warrant, and they paid it because I got pulled over 2 times I got pulled over, and then I went a little bit more, and then the next cop got me too. So it was like 10 minutes apart.
Yes.
And then, so I was like, Dad, I didn't tell you about it because I was just going to like go to jail if they ever caught me. I was just going to do it. But he paid it. And then so that got took care of that. But that sucked because I was almost finally good with mom. And then that happened.
Did your mom just have a thing for you, or was it all of your siblings?
I think just me.
Maybe it was because, like,
she loved me more. No, I'm just kidding.
No, she was so tired, and you were surprised, and it was like,
yeah, I got told that a lot. That I was surprised.
So you took the last few years, like of good years that your mom had left to party it up.
Yep, and I made him hell.
Yep, you made it. You were like, Mom, I'm gonna show you
what time with it. She could have had a little more fun with it. She chose to make it that way. I'm just kidding.
my last baby, like I wasn't supposed to have anymore because it was such a big toll. And then 5 years, because I was like a rabbit. It was every year, and then all of a sudden, I had a miscarriage of twins, and then I thought, okay, well, I can't. It was like 5 years where there was nothing, so I just figured I couldn't have any, and then I got pregnant, and she took it like a step too far. I'm telling you, right? Wow. It was I was done. It wears you out. It really does. Like, even though you love your baby so much. But it's like you got past the point of an age where it's like you start acting like your mama. And you be like, turn that down. It's too loud. Why is it so loud? and like, stop talking. My nerves are shot. Can you hold on? I'm like my mom now. I even catch myself putting my hand on my hip when I'm cooking, like saying weird things like, oh, isn't that special? Oh, you picked your nose. Wonderful. I don't know.
I know.
You're reminding me of
when I
so
do
many
that.
things this week. I have like a granny night shirt.
Oh, like a moo-moo?
Pajamas, like
Oh,
pajamas,
that's
not
weird.
really moo but they're night shirt.
Don't hate on that moo-moo shirt.
With
Like
a
I'm telling you,
duster?
it's
a
comfortable.
nice robe. It has a nice robe, and I like to just fall asleep in my shorts and t-shirt and stuff at night. But they're, my favorites were in the laundry, so I put on my old nightgown. It's pink and it has little fringe and it's so
Does it have
cute.
holes?
And my daughter walked in and she goes, "Whoa, grandma." And I'm like, that was not nice. This is very nice.
That's hilarious. I wish I could have seen it.
Yeah, they called me grandma. And
you should have been like, oh, it's on now.
Yeah.
Like, you dead fool.
I'm like, you just wait. I could be grandma. And then you were saying, I was in the kitchen and I'm trying to talk to my husband and cook, and the dog's whining for a treat, and I'm like, somebody better get that dog because I'm going to strangle her.
Yeah.
And my daughter's eyes got all big, and my husband was like, come here, Belle.
Yeah, you're like a little
I
homicidal.
just had it. I had it with her whining because she's like, if you're in the kitchen, she wants a treat, and she just you just get. Oh my God, I had enough.
I was usually really good at tuning everybody out. Now it's kind of like it's too much tuning. Like it's one or the other. Like I can't tune both of you out. I'm not being able to multitask like I used to.
But I've been tuning everybody out because I have my headphones on, listening to the damn Johnny Depp trial. Because I'm all like addicted to that for some reason.
You gotta be careful with like having headphones. And my kids will be like, I'll be on the phone or something. My kids like, I don't know. One will go missing for a little while, and I'll be like, that's not right. Where'd he go? And then it's like, and then I call him. I'm like, where the heck are you? He's like, I told you. Like, I went this so and so place. I'm like, when did you tell me that? And I'm like, did I look at you? And they're like, yeah. I said, but did I say anything? No, because I didn't hear you. Like you gotta like get my attention and be like, hey, mom, like I gotta tell you something.
Yeah, but night, Timmy boy. I can't believe we've already been on 2 hours.
Because we're cool and we have
talking about our lives. Now everybody knows all the tea.
Yeah. They're gonna be checking out this girl right here, seeing what kind of
craziness.
Yep. They're gonna be calling you up and being like, hey, I got this thing and I don't know how to get through it. Like, I have this warrant.
That's what I do.
What do I do? No. Yeah. You know what? Every single person, if they live a crazy life or a life of being like Nikki over there, you learned something about yourself through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're able to help somebody else, and I think that's what
it's for a purpose. It's
for a
purpose.
Nikki over there her purpose was to save your butt,
so that I could save other people.
Yeah. So you owe her your life.
I do. That's true. That is really super true. Like, I'm the way I am because of the way they were, my parents and her.
Yeah.
Yep, I think so. And I mean, it just happens the way it happens. We've had our moments where, we didn't like each other very much.
Yeah.
But I think it was because neither one of us liked to be wrong.
Oh,
You
I don't
know.
know.
Yeah.
No,
Or
I
at
don't
least
I
know.
we
was
Yeah.
know.
absolutely right because you always wanted me to believe in what your beliefs were.
Nope. I never got mad at you my whole life until mom and dad died. Until mom died and dad almost died.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
I've
kind of
never been
talking
mad
about.
at you ever in my life until mom died and dad got sick. That's the only 2 times I've ever been mad at you. But I don't ever try to make you my beliefs. I don't do that to anybody.
Well,
Well,
no,
maybe
not anymore.
it's without you knowing. Like
Yeah, I guess you're right.
my daughter will make, like, if you don't believe a certain way about like, well, God wouldn't like that, or okay, but it's good how you feel if that's how you feel, but don't make me look like, or don't make, like, she would
Feel.
roll her eyes and be like, well, I wouldn't do that as a mom, and it'd be like watching some show, or she does it without realizing that she's doing it, but it is still the same because
Yeah.
she's making you
I
feel
would
something.
say it was expectations. I had expectations on my sister, and you should not put expectations on other people.
No, but we do.
We do, and we
Yeah.
have to release that because
We also need to stop. I notice, like, especially with younger girls or guys, they'll get in a fight.
Look what he put.
They'll get in a fight and they'll say, well, yeah, I'm sure he feels this way and this way and this way. You're putting what you would feel or think
you
as
don't know.
what they are feeling and thinking, and we're so different. Or like, yeah, I'm sure he's sorry for, cheating on me, and it's, well, he probably never thinks about it, or vice versa. You know
We
what I
don't
mean?
know. Yeah, we don't know. We do not know. We can never claim to know somebody else's heart or mind. Ooh, I broke it. Damn.
But I know everything in the cryptid world because I'm an expert. I really am. I heard something laugh, and I'm pretty sure that it also gave me a download of everything. Nikki's a square.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit. I don't. Nikki, I've never even asked her if I can read her cards because I already know she don't want me to.
But
I
see,
don't know, dude.
expectations. Oh, you just.
Oh shit! See, it's hard. It's a hard habit to break.
So are you gonna let her read your cards?
I don't know if I'd let her read my cards live.
I'm really good tonight. Like the other night, how I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't the other
I
night.
was really good. I'm really good tonight.
Okay, well, do mine.
Okay.
But it has to be all good. It can't be like some negative Nancy
Well,
shit.
you know
Well,
what?
actually, she's positive reader,
I
so
I
it
read
usually
them
does.
in a way that is,
I was pretty scarred the last time. I was gonna cry and shit. Like,
damn.
I was gonna put in my life insurance because I was like, I was a goner. I knew it.
I try to, because I use them as a therapeutic tool, and I use them as a way for people to look inward for themselves and be at the center of their own healing.
Sometimes I don't want to look inward.
Nobody ever does, but it's necessary.
For who?
Some people go their whole lives without doing it, but I believe that if you do that, you have to come back and do it again. So
Square is what they used to call non-drug users.
I am high on life, baby. That's what we used
Didn't
to
they
say.
used to go like this?
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was so
non-drug
embarrassing
users
when
used
they
to
would
say.
say that,
I am
though.
high on life. I don't
That's
need
hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Hala.
Or straight edge. You know you ain't straight edge. Like, you're so full of it. Like, and they had the tattoo, and then they were like smoking some crap. People.
I mean, I didn't drink or smoke.
You used to get faded.
What?
One time we
different.
came home at the same time drunk, but I
That's
was still in
different.
high school. You were
I
already adult.
was 21 and I was not driving.
That was different. 'Cause
And
she
our
was
moms made us a plate for dinner and left it out for us, and we were all faded, and we were eating our plate from dinner. It was like midnight.
Oh, did you guys get sick? You probably had like salmonella.
Hey,
Like,
if we went out Saturday night, we had to be up and ready for church Sunday morning.
Yep. She'd be like, if you want to play, you've got to pray.
That was our mom. Yes. And I can remember having to, okay, at the end, we're going to go up to receive communion. And the wine, the smell of taking the blood made my stomach turn that I had to run to the bathroom and throw up in the church.
And we used to get the giggles in church, me and sister.
Yeah, me and my sisters did too a lot. Well, did your parents ever grab the back of your neck or your dad? Oh,
my mom.
Squeeze or they'd be like my dad used to stand in the back and go, and we'd know like it was
once
on.
in a while she would laugh with us, but most of the time she would be like,
yeah, once in a while.
I think your dad is like my mom. No, my dad is like your mom.
She was a very loving woman.
Everybody loved our mom.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
She was so nice to everybody.
All our friends loved our mom. I mean,
yep. The boys, the boyfriends, the boys, the dudes, our boyfriends, not boyfriends, but boyfriends. She loved them too.
All our guy friends had the hots from my mom.
Oh, did you have a MILF?
I don't know. She always had her hair done, and I don't know. She was old, like gross, guys. Why do you always keep looking to your right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me? Oh, because well, there's a serious reason why I would look to my right, because I see spirit, and they come at me usually from my right.
From your right, okay.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta get a candle.
She has to get
what?
what?
She had to get a can opener. We're gonna have some tuna.
She said can opener.
I don't know.
She didn't say can opener.
I'm so old.
I keep looking over here because my dog is snoring.
A candle?
Oh,
we're not having a
candle.
seance or nothing, right?
Okay. She has to cleanse the clear. What do you call it? The cards.
Yeah, cleanse the air because like sage, I guess. So I'm glad you didn't get a can opener.
Oh,
You start eating during our. You're like, hold on, wait. This not
I don't have anything but lemon drops over here.
Oh, I like those are good. I never buy them.
so for your pregnancies, did you hold your babies in good? Did you have them on time, or did they go early or late?
No, it was always late. And then no, the first one was 2 weeks late because she was the devil. And then the other two, my two boys, they were just like maybe 3 or 4 days early. Everybody was, man, I wanted them like out at like month 7. There's not enough castor oil that I could have drank. Like I walked, I did everything. I'm like, get out. Pregnancy pizza. I went on 4-wheeling. Let's do this. Like it was hell. I hated pregnancy. It was horrible. I would get stuck because I would forget that I was not as small as I was at that time before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get stuck between chairs and
There's a skunk outside.
It's probably your husband smoking some pot.
No, he hates weed. He absolutely hates weed.
I do too.
My husband.
Is
You
that
can smell it a mile away.
She bent down and then all of a sudden she comes back up and blows smoke out of her mouth.
I blow smoke on the cards to cleanse the energy.
What kind of smoke?
Weed smoke.
So that reading's gonna be all fucked up.
No. You know what? You're right, because like not this reading, but like when I do a lot when I was pulling one card for you guys the other night, and I was blowing a smoke on it each time. By like the 5th one, I'm like stoned. It doesn't make a difference. I can still read the cards. Okay, so we're doing this reading, and we are protected by the white light of everything that's good, and we are using the energy, the good energy of the friendship between us and the positive energy all around us with the love that we share. And here we go. Oh my God.
It don't matter.
Okay.
So I could
We
throw some.
lost 3 people. Oh, we lost 2 people. Okay.
Okay.
We jumped up
Where'd
one
you
more.
lose them?
This is going to be, I will be fast.
I don't know. We were holding steady at 20 people watching, and then
Yeah, somebody said they had to go to night.
oh,
Nanites. My husband already went night. Okay.
Ooh, did I get it?
All right. So the energy of the reading is, okay,
There you go.
is the 6 of Staffs. This card stands for celebration. This card is a win. This card means to be recognized for something good that you did, a cycle ending in a good way. He's on a horse, which tells me that you are supported by friends and loved ones. He has a garland of green around his head. So that means that you gained knowledge and growth and beauty. With whatever this cycle was, you took action and it gave you growth and you were recognized for it. That's the energy of the whole reading. So that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And then for you, you might feel like you need to create some balance in your life or gain some patience.
Oh.
So this is the card of temperance. Now she has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. So the water represents emotion, and that kind of shows like for right now, you either right now are having emotional control, or you may need to gain emotional control and balance. So this is the card that's representing you right now. Only you will know. So you take it how it resonates, and whatever doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. And her red wings stand for passion. So you have this glowing halo around your head that stands for like enlightenment and infinite knowledge. You're like, right. You're right in the head, and you're passionate about the things you're right about. And you're pure. Your heart is pure about it. This card is to be patient, have balance and emotional control. And there's beauty and growth. And there's a path. Oh, I forgot about that. There's a path back here. That little path, that's your path to enlightenment. And you're on your path to enlightenment. So just keep going and create balance, patience, and just keep emotional control. Because I didn't even know what emotional control was till like a couple of weeks ago. And it's possible. And when you do have emotional control, it fucking feels great, just to be honest with you.
So
And-
non-bipolar people feel like? Like they
Yeah,
have
I guess so. I don't know. I wouldn't know what a non-bipolar person feels
Yeah.
like.
So how I feel.
Okay, yeah. So the Nickies of the world know what this card is gonna represent. Okay, so yes. Now forevermore, I will think of my sister when I pull the temperance card.
Wow,
Because
that's
she has
enlightening.
emotional control like a mofo. And I don't know how she is like a little angel or something. I don't know what happened. She
takes control, and that's her power.
she
She's able
doesn't lose control. She does
They
not
don't
lose.
lose control.
How is this how you were raised? Like how you were just born with that power?
I
I
was
think
just
so.
born with that because I think
Yeah.
my dad has it too.
Yeah,
That's a huge gift.
it is a huge gift. But you know what? Some people like that will say to us, they'll say like, that must be a gift to be able to feel all those emotions the way that you do. They might, some of them do. They don't know any better. They don't know, but they think that way. Some of them would like to know how.
That's what I feel holds me back from opening my third eye.
It probably is too. Because emotion is your fuel, is like the gas in your tank. The emotion is what empowers you to open your senses and be to your awareness,
Nikki, do you ever feel like if you acted like your sister at certain moments, that you would lose control and you always have to to have that? Like something must have happened
Oh, I see what
when you
you're
were
saying.
younger to where there was no control in a situation, and so since then you've had to remain
Yeah, what
is that
I
a
think that
possibility or
I never. No, I feel like I've
she's never experienced
never,
trauma.
never experienced
were you not
from.
brave enough to speak the way that or act the way you wanted to?
No, I've
She
always
was.
been very open, active,
Yeah.
theater, orchestra. I mean, there was nothing that ever everything I wanted to do, I did.
Well, then I don't know about you. You're just
I don't either. It's
yeah,
not
there's
right.
that,
Something's wrong
no.
with her. I'm just kidding.
I
But
think you might want
that's
to get that
why
checked.
I have a hard time with like my sister sometimes when
Yeah.
because I can't understand way she thinks sometimes. And that's caused us to no, I don't have that understanding because I've never felt
Hmm.
not in control or being able to move on from something or
You're not
I don't
supposed to.
know.
Or
And
maybe you're
we've had
not
this
supposed to
conversation too,
understand.
you and
Yeah, we
I,
have.
about it. She can't explain it. I can't explain it. I can't explain her mind and how her mind
Correct.
works.
And I
And
can't understand her mind.
Well,
I've
maybe
learned
why you
to
guys,
leave it alone,
yeah,
you know?
but maybe
I've
that's you
learned to
helping each
release
other
it.
without even realizing it because you're so opposite. Maybe you're learning from each other even though
Hmm.
you don't understand it. Maybe
Yeah, we have. We've totally learned from each other and not been able to understand it.
Hmm.
I learned I didn't want to talk to my sister anymore because she was like she was boring and that's what I learned. So I mean, you guys still talking and
Yeah, well,
I
you
think
know
that's
what?
pretty
For
amazing.
as nerdy as my sister is, she's really not boring ever.
And
Like how she
that
put
being said,
a dagger in there before she gave you that compliment.
I don't get bored either. I've
Cool.
never experienced being bored
Me neither.
where people are like, "Oh, I'm so bored. I don't know what to do." I'm
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
"Why?
what's.
Do something then."
Yeah, I don't.
I'm just I don't know. I don't know. I'm cut from a different cloth and that's okay.
It's
It's
the
just
it's
the
probably because you
way
got a
I
different
am.
daddy.
I can be brutal honest and I used to be harsh. And I've calmed down a lot in the last few years, probably since my mom's passed. And also being online has also calmed me down. In the beginning, when I was online, I would irritate the shit out of a lot of people because I didn't have a censor telling me, well, you could have said that a little bit nicer. I would just tell them you're full of crap,
Yeah, yeah.
and I knew what consequences would be, but I know that, this is the internet. I don't care, whatever, they're because I always felt this wasn't my life over here. It was just my hobby. It was my fun thing. This is my fun thing.
Your hobbies become your life,
But
part of your life, right?
it has become because I care about it. I've come to care
You're
about it.
passionate. Yeah.
Yeah, and do the best I can do. But I still have always said that when the minute this isn't fun anymore, that I'll hang it up.
Well, because it's not who you are.
Right.
Makes a big
So,
difference.
I don't know. She really dived into it this time, sis.
but
You already know who you are. Yeah,
yeah,
I never knew who I was. I was
yeah.
never comfortable in my own skin.
That's a really good way of putting that, sister.
You've just always known. You're an old soul.
She actually is. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I used to tease her and say like she's probably never been on Earth before, but
No,
I realized that was actually a really mean thing to say, and she's actually is an old soul.
yeah.
I am too. Well, actually,
No,
I know.
I think you were probably like a fish or a little baby elephant or something. And you were like, this water doesn't look contagious, you know.
Let's try it out.
And they were like, oh goodness, like you probably drank the water and it was contagious, and they're like, let's try a human this time. Maybe she'll be a little, you know.
Susie's always been the one. Let's jump, and then we'll ask questions later. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, let's ask a million questions before we jump.
No.
So,
I think it's one person. I think you've had you've been. Have you ever had multiple? Anybody ever told you had multiple past lives? I don't know.
I have. Like I that's what I do for a living. Like that. I do.
I met your sister though.
Oh, her.
She's told me I have.
I did a hypnosis on you,
She
and
did
we
a
looked into
hypnosis on me.
past life. She was a cow. She was a freaking, what was it? A ranch hand in Australia, and she lost the cows, but she found them, and that was the highest point of her life. And then, how did you die? Did we go through your death also? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was cool, sister. I told you, and I thought that was one of the coolest readings ever. So that was really cool.
It's better than like she was a stripper and it didn't go so good. Like, I mean,
no, I was a dude in my other life, and then
he was a dude.
We didn't I have that dream about being in the, like, I don't know, 1700s?
Oh yes, you were a nurse. You were a healer,
that
and
one.
You were gathering herbs on the side of a hill in Switzerland.
Switzerland.
And yeah, you were trying to.
Did I say Switzerland?
Because you said it was like where Heidi lives.
I don't even remember
that movie.
And you were trying to. There was a sick man, a soldier, and you were trying to heal him and make him better, but you were being scared because people were getting persecuted for
helping
heal people, like helping people, like they were getting persecuted like as witches. And so that's why you were scared. And that was hella cool, sister. Thank you for letting me do that to you. That was that was so cool.
It happened.
But you know what? Okay, so let me explain past life regression therapy to you. Whether it's true or not, your subconscious will form information that you need to know that will help you in your life right now. So you don't have to believe in past lives to get a past life regression hypnosis. So our mind's main objective is always to heal itself. Our body and mind is always trying to heal itself. It has the ability to heal itself, and it's always trying to heal itself. And your subconscious always have your best good toward it. Always goes towards your best good. It's always trying to save you and help your life. It's always trying to. It's your survival. So no matter what, when you go under hypnosis, it's going to make the change in your mind for a positive outcome. It doesn't understand negative. Your subconscious actually doesn't understand negative. You put it there as a human. Like you put it there. Your conscious mind puts that there.
Your life,
your life, your programming, your surroundings, everything puts it there. So that's why hypnosis will work. Like I could make somebody quit smoking in one session, but it'll only
and they
work.
quack like a duck, like when you say a certain word. I know what's up.
Only if I tell them to. But if you go home and you're like, I want to smoke a cigarette, boom, you've replaced that thought with the other, that you replaced that belief again that I just replaced in your mind. You've replaced it with the thought of smoking again. Now we got to do it again. Like, so my program for smoking is a 6-session program. So like
I'd probably fail.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like.
And I won't even do it.
Like following rules sometimes.
Yeah, like if somebody comes to me and they want to go under the smoking program, I do a pre-interview with them, because if you don't really want to quit smoking, well, I can't make you quit smoking, because I can't put anything in your mind that's not already there, and you have to want it or it's not going to work.
Yeah, you can drink it. Well, you could bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unless you just drown them.
So like when I do the weight program and the smoking program, along with the hypnosis, I do coaching. So I give you other activities and like behavior modifications that you can do to help yourself train yourself not to smoke or not to overeat and stuff like that. So it's not just the hypnosis. That's why there's
like
coaching.
a lot of work. And
It is, but I like it.
A little tired.
Did you finish her reading?
No, we're only on the second card.
Oh.
So in your mind and your thoughts, you believe you are a strong woman that knows the truth. You know what's real for you, and you know what you know what's good, you know what you want and what you don't want. And it's strength, and you look towards the future, and you are surrounded by blessings. Like God gave you all the things that happened to you that made you that strong.
Yeah.
And so basically, you know your truth. You stand in your power. You don't take anybody's shit, do you?
It depends, actually.
You have knowledge.
Yeah, I got knowledge.
You've gained a lot of knowledge, and you deserve to sit on that throne. There's trees back here, but they're way back there, and they're kind of like, the reason for that is because she's kind of cold too. Like she can kind of be cold too. She's so strong in her ways that she's cold also too. Like she also might not let some people in, but she's a good woman. She's a good woman. It's just that she's like so strong that sometimes she doesn't feel the things she's supposed to feel, or like things don't affect her, like gushy things and mushy things. And sometimes everybody's got to have balance. You got to have a little bit of gushy shit, and you got to have a little bit of like swords and shit. So, but that's the only thing. She's an awesome lady, but sometimes it makes her emotion way back there, because see that little water stream? It's way back there by that one tree. So like, meh. But it's really good to be a strong lady and strong and set in your ways. Something made you that way. So
yeah. Kind of like how your sister with remaining calm, I can go numb, and only on certain certain things that it'll be like when people die, I'm like I don't know what to say, like things like feelings.
Feelings. Her feelings are behind her. They're not the most important thing to her. What's most important to her is that nobody like fucks with her, and that she says what she wants to say and does what she wants. She does what she wants. But her emotions and other people's emotions might take the back burner, but they're back there. I mean, they're there.
They're somewhere. Yeah. No.
And so that's in your mind. That's how you feel and think. And the issue, like an issue that you might come across, or it could be the issue right now, is that you might have conflict somewhere. There might be conflict somewhere. But the thing about this kind of conflict is that, see, those kids, they look like they're fighting, but they're not fighting. They're training. They're training with those staffs, and staffs stand for actions, quick, strong actions, and growth. So the conflict you might be facing, it's there to train you and give you growth and strength for whatever comes next.
That's kind of funny. Because like I actually I want to be doing something else, and until I can do that, I started my own business. And I hate talking to people more than anything. Hate it. Like I don't want to be on the phone. Like I'll text you, but like, and half the time I don't even want to do that. It's really weird. I'm just, because I'll be thinking stuff, but I can't get it out in the way that it's in my head. And then like sometimes I'll just say random words that don't make no sense, but it made sense in my, I don't know. So
I understand what you're saying. My friends like that. One of my friends like that.
And when I get upset, or there's certain people where I'll rip you a new one, like without showing any emotion. I'll take you down and you're tiny little like, you know, you can't, like, I'll take you down really bad like an Italian. And then there's some people where I will fold big time and just say, all right. Like it
Yeah.
is really weird. But
Wow.
starting a new business, like I have to call the clients, I have to deal with them. And it's scary because I don't trust anybody anymore. And so I like wear my gun and I got a taser. I got a taser. And I really want to use it, but nobody's like giving me a reason. I'm like, I really want to play with it. I was thinking like probably abuse or something to do it to a child who
I remember I got tased before with one of the cow ones.
Oh yeah, I want one of those too.
They're like a long pole, and and they like stuck it on my thigh, and my whole leg was all. It was bad.
Oh.
Huh?
You did it to yourself?
No, some idiot, one of my friends did it to me, and it was just it didn't hurt that bad, but it was like it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
This challenge that's crossing you. See, because remember you were temperance, that you needed patience and just to hang on and keep going. Well, this conflict was your challenge, and it doesn't have to be conflict with another person. It can be conflict within yourself. Like you just said, like that you don't like to talk to people, but you've had to face it and do it lately. So it was training you. It's kind of like training you for your next endeavor, for your next thing. So that could be it, but only you know what really that is. And so, okay, so this comes up in the root section, like the kind of like the core of you, or it could be the core of your life, or it could be the core of your problems. But the core of something for you is the judgment card. Wait, is it judgment? Yeah, it's judgment card. So, shit. Okay. So those people are coming out of some great coffins. They're awakening. They don't have any clothes on, and that means that they have nothing else to hide. They're coming out of whatever darkness they were in. They've come out of now, and they have nothing to hide anymore, and they are their true authentic selves. They're getting an announcement. You could receive an announcement, or something could have awakened you. Something could have happened and it awakened you. You could have had news come in that awakened you, that brought you into this place. But it's a good place. It's a good place. Like it could, whatever happened to you that made you awaken could have been like a heartfelt or scary or sad thing or upsetting thing. But whatever it is, it made you come into your true authentic self. When your true authentic self, it's when you don't have anything left to hide. You're not keeping anything. You're just you. You're just being. So this is a good thing. What else can I say about this? So it's from the clouds, the sky, the angels, the gods. It's a gift.
Is it a future or
it is the core of like whatever's really happening right now. You might not feel it or understand it, but you could be awakening to something new in your heart and your mind. Are you doing something different than you thought you'd never do before?
Yeah, I own my own business.
So that could be it. Have you had a change in perspective? Like, have you changed from being one way to a different kind of way?
The last 2 years, yeah.
That was this. That's this. That is why you have conflict crossing your patience and your balance. You know, that is why you feel like you're the Queen of Swords, because you've started awakening yourself to your true self, your true passions, your true heart, whatever your heart's telling you, you're listening. You're out of all your life, you're finally becoming what you really want, and you don't even know it. Like, we never know until it happens. So it's a good thing. I think it's an awesome thing. So in maybe the recent past, this could be like yesterday, or it could be 3 years ago, or it could be whatever. But there was teamwork, there was a partnership, there was a vows. Could have been a love vow, it could be friendship. But either way, it was working together as one, like thriving together with somebody who you trust and like make vows to, basically. But it could be a friendship. It doesn't have to be a lover, but it's basically partnership, love. Okay, and it was good. This is good. And then so like maybe coming up in the near future or right now, which could be like later tonight, or it could be like in a year, but you might be starting to feel left out of something, or like you missed the boat on something, or maybe you feel left out in the cold, or maybe you feel like a victim of something. But you don't have to feel that way. You can change the way you feel anytime. Like these people, they feel all poor and cold out in the snow and all crippled up and sick and stuff. And then there's this beautiful window. They're on right on the outside of the church. They don't have to be out in the cold. They can go inside anytime they want.
Yeah, it's a like you self-sabotage.
Yeah, exactly. Giving yourself anxiety. Because you don't have to feel any way you don't want to feel. You no matter what just happened, you don't have to. You could have thrown the biggest fit, and if you don't want to feel that way anymore, you can change how you feel at any time, and you don't have to ask anybody's permission. So that's what that card says to me. So then, your thought process and your perception of life is like anything could happen. You might feel like you're pretty lucky. This card is like the good luck card. It's a good card. It's a card of cycles supported by God. And this card means that everything in life happens as a cycle. And anything can happen. Anything can happen at any time.
Yeah.
For me, this card is good luck.
I don't believe in luck though.
It's
Like
the wheel of fortune. Okay. So what's a different
I
word for
don't
luck?
know coincidence. Like it's
Yeah, coincidence. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You don't
Like I
believe in
can't wrap my
coincidence?
I can't. But I can't wrap my mind around it. So
Okay. So
I think
then
Just
if the lucky
cycles
part
and
isn't setting with
changes.
you, it's cycles. Everything in life is a cycle. It has a beginning and it has an end. It comes in seasons. So just keep moving on in life. Cycles. That's one of the meanings for this card. Anything could happen in those cycles. Anything.
what's the
That's what
number
this
up
card.
top?
The number is a 10. Does the number 10 mean anything to you?
10 years since I've been in the brothels. No, I'm sorry. No,
10. Yeah, you only got 1 10. I was gonna sometimes if there's a lot of tens or a lot of one number, then that would also tie to that. But that okay, so that's that. You might later find where that fits in. And then like your outside influences, like the people around you and your family and your household, your life, the just people around you. The card of two of wands. So he's made a plan. He knows what he wants to do. He's holding that globe in his hand, which means knowledge. He's got ships out. Wait, okay, there's not ships yet. So he's waiting for his ships to come in. He's waiting for his ships to come in. He's got a plan. Like you just said, you started your own business. You're just waiting for the ships to come in now, right?
yeah, I'm trying to put all the pieces together to make a bigger picture.
He has a plan. He's made a plan, and now he's waiting for his ships to come in. But this card tells me personally, intuitively, not to wait too long. Don't sit on your laurels. Don't lollygag about it. Stick to your plan and don't wait too long. Boop, boop. That's what this card tells me. And then the advice is the King of Pentacles. He's a very wise, caring, considerate, loving, giving, generous, abundant man. And he's a man of power because he has skills and he worked to get there. And that's why he's the King of Pentacles. Pentacles doesn't always mean money. Like the good fortune could be in love. It could be in family. It could be in enrichment in your life. It doesn't have to be money, but it could be money. So the advice is to stick to your plan and you'll be the King of Pentacles because you've done everything you needed to do to get the growth. See how he's got all that greenery on him? That's growth. You've grown this far to be able to do what you're doing, and it will be successful if you stick to your plan and have patience and emotional control and don't wait too long. And then also too, don't be a victim and don't be out in the cold if you don't have to, and don't have feelings that you don't want to have anymore. Just let them go. And then okay.
Do you get anything that between these cards that a feeling or anything that you want to that's from you and not from the cards?
Yeah, I read intuitively.
Right. So is there something that you're not saying?
Right now there is. I just looked down and your last card is the outcome. And the outcome is
Yeah.
a painful
Is that-
emotional
what number is that?
emotional ending. It's the 3 of
I
hearts.
knew it. 3.
So the outcome is a hard thing is going to have an emotional thing is got to come to an end.
Yeah.
And it's going to hurt. But it needs to happen. Like when you get stabbed in the heart with a sword, you have to pull the sword out and it's going to hurt, but you have to pull it out.
I think you're not supposed to pull it out.
Well,
because it'll bleed. You'll bleed.
You're right.
No, but I get it. That's funny.
Yeah, the swords, they hurt going in and they hurt coming out. Basically, whatever painful situation that you're in needs to come to an end. Whatever's hurting you, it doesn't even have to be a situation with a person. It could be something with yourself. It could be something you're doing to yourself that's hurting yourself that you have to stop doing. Or it could be somebody else. You got to break up with somebody. Or it could even be like a friend or a kid that's doing something that is hurting you. It needs to be put to a stop. That doesn't mean you need to break up with your kid or your best friend, but you need to put that painful situation to a stop. And it's going to hurt. It's going to bring more pain for a minute, but it needs to happen.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, just the 3. I always have a thing with 3s.
Oh, you do? What is your thing with 3s? Because 3 stands for divine guidance.
Right. Remember I talked to you about the 333s?
Yep.
Great. So like I look at the clock and it's 333. You know, it'll go. Sometimes it won't happen, and then it starts happening again, and it is. So
I don't believe in coincidences either. I know that everything has a reason and a purpose. So when you look at the clock and it says that, somebody's trying to tell you something.
Well, and the last card was a 3.
Mm-hmm. It was a 3.
Yeah.
Night Sangria.
You didn't have any more 3s, but you did have a king and a queen together, and I think this was a good reading because even if you have to end a painful thing painfully, the reason why you have to end this painful thing is because it's hurting you. So in the end, it's a good thing. You got to put an end to the pain. You can't live like that. That's not the way God wants you to live. Like, that's not the way anybody wants you to live. You don't have to live in pain. So like, even though you got to do something hard, what's new? What else is new, right? We always got to do something hard, but it's for your greater good.
Nikki looks like she's going to sleep now.
She's fact checking me. No, she is fact checking every freaking word that I'm saying. But it's okay. I accept her.
No,
I do. I fact check her all the time.
That's good. Keep her on her game.
But
Like,
it's not really to fact check her, it's to teach me.
yeah.
I'm trying to teach myself.
Do you notice
And-
that she's teaching you and you're teaching her things?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say something about that. How you said that earlier. There's nothing more true than that, because she taught me how to release. She taught me how to release and accept people the way they are and love them anyways. With, you know, and I don't know what I taught her, but I'm pretty sure I'm teaching her something.
You're teaching her love, even when the person's crazy, and how to.
Yeah, accept me and love me anyways.
No, I think it's how she's treating that person with more care and not just like biatch, like you cricket.
Yeah, I think it opened her
Like,
mind and her heart a
like-
little bit.
She's gonna have a tattoo that says, "What would Susie do?"
I have one that says, "What would Cardi B do?" No, I'm just kidding.
That's good.
Oh, well, you guys, it's that time. We're losing people left and right, and it's getting to be
Dropping like
it's-
flies.
it's
It's 'cause
midnight
we're so awesome that it exhausts
We
them.
out-awesomed
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you for coming and participating and being part of this. It was just a fun little night. Something to do. I need to go smell my house now and see if
Oh my God,
everything's gone.
I'm just here to get an extra bingo card because I'm gonna win that.
You're
Everybody
gonna
going down. No, I'm joking. You guys are going down. I'm just saying. Jack, I don't know. Everybody.
that's funny.
I don't
funny.
think I deserved that one from yesterday or the other day.
You don't? Why?
No, because you asked what was the name of the band, and I said Creep, and that was the name of the song.
Yeah,
Oh.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
I love
Okay,
that song.
I'll take it
could
away.
be-
Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Like
thank you
yes,
guys. Thank you everybody in the chat for hanging so long.
Bye,
Okay,
whoever.
love you
Sorry.
guys.
Sorry, we got boring.